Yo,
Yo, man.
What up, yo?
We back, man. We was locked up like Akon, man. We back. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
locked up.
Back from YouTube jail. You know what I'm saying? We understand the consequences now, man. So, you know, we back, man. That's all that matters, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put some money on our books, and you know what I'm saying, brothers is out and safe, man. But let's get this show on the road, man. Is we podding podcast. You know, another lovely Friday, man. The weather's still decent out here, man. It's daylight saving time though, so 5 o'clock hit, man. The sun is gone, man. But it is what it is, man.
People driving crazy.
Yeah, man. Traffic, terrible as usual, man. Regular stuff, man. All type of stuff going on out here. But let's get into these topics, man. Let's get into the topics, man. I just want brothers, you know what I'm saying, keep it cordial and respectful as you could possibly, can. We could all express ourselves, but just not too much talking over each other, man. We also got to keep it a little bit PG. You know what I'm saying? Shout out YouTube and whatnot.
We don't want to go back.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. We can say all the other stuff for the debrief and whatnot. Lucci never dropped those, so man. If we get a Patreon, man, support brothers. But anyway, man, we gonna start it off with this grown ass man with a BBL and academics, man.
right into it.
Grown ass man is a grown ass black man, man, with a fucking BBL and stunning shades and nails, man. Grown ass nigga with a father, man.
And French tips.
Yeah, man. Imagine nigga, man, that look like the fat nigga from Juice. You know what I'm saying? With a BBL and stiletto heels, man. But yeah, Akademiks, man. We all know DJ Akademiks is, man. Straight from Jersey, man. Yadman and all that. He's always been a controversial figure. You know what I'm saying, in hip hop. He has some choice words, lately for the city girls, Young Miami specifically. They got some little riff going back maybe a year or so. Yeah, man. You just, he has some choice words for her on an interview with DJ Vlad. Basically, I guess his choice of words were that, listen, man. If you're a black woman, you got a gay best friend. Like, why are you using derogatory terms to, disrespect other men just because you don't agree with them or their opinions? Like, basically his explanation was that that's homophobic, and that sometimes black women kind of aid in that homophobia by being like contradictory. So that was like his whole point, and Young Miami, she basically went to social media and basically doubled down on her insults. And hey man, she could do what she wanted. It is what it is. But her best friend, you know what I'm saying, grown man with a BBL, you know what I'm saying, it's a grown man. He decides.
Hold on. What the fuck you just?
I'm just saying, man.
Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you get your shit off. Go ahead.
Man in stiletto heels.
With a what?
With a BBL, man.
Yeah, man. This is where I gotta draw the line.
It's the image.
And a boosie fade, man. With a whole tip fade.
Hey, no, we're not gonna do that.
That's
one thing we're not gonna we're not gonna try to compare. He got
a fade though. I'm just saying.
That's not a boosie fade, man. Brothers in New York been wearing those type of fades, man. Let's stop this shit, man. We just made it fade.
Oh man.
I can't confirm or deny.
Let's pause.
Yeah, Sugary Santana. The brother has some choice words for Akademiks, man, and it was it was all over the place, man.
Wild as fuck.
He was inviting Akademiks to the chocolate factory, man.
Yeah, it was
after the fade though. That's wild.
It was a lot going on. But basically his point was that I guess it's something they do in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Where they grow up around each other. If a man is acting a certain way, you call him a what you call it, and she didn't mean no harm by it. It's not with ill intent. That's just what that's what they say. That's what they do. And if a man is acting in that manner, then whatever. And he basically said, like, since you have so much to say, I'm gonna invite you to the and whatnot.
To the
And
chocolate factory, man.
that area, man. And it wasn't just him, man.
Area.
Apparently, Queen Latifah, Queen B, you know what I'm saying? Jersey legend, you know what I'm saying? She also had some choice words for academics as well,
For real?
basically. Yeah, cause she's a part of the LGBTQ, you know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So basically her point was that, the most disrespected, you know what I'm saying, neglected and demeaned woman in America is the black woman. And academics has a history of supposedly disrespecting black women. So he should have the same energy for Sugary Santana and all that. Um, so yeah, that's basically the premise, man. I mean, honestly, I knew people were, listen, every time academics go viral, man, people gonna have their opinions. People gonna talk. They gonna speak, man. And I knew where this was going, man. Once social media took it to the next level, bro, I knew what it was gonna be. That he, constantly attacks black women, this, that, and the third, yada yada yada. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be completely honest. What he said about the city girls, I'm not even mad at, man. Their latest album recently, it literally flopped. Shit did like 6 to 8 thousand copies after 1 week. Um, Carisha doesn't really promote her music as much. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think of the two of them, between the both of them, bro, JT is the more talented one. Honestly, considering their backstory, JT was the one that was rapping, and she kind of brought on Carisha, who didn't even really want to rap and wasn't rapping initially. It was kind of just like on some, well, I'm rapping, so let's do the shit together, whatever. Um, Academics, man, he has beef with all type of rappers, male or female. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Lil Baby, whether it's Freddie Gibbs, whether it's Jay Critch,
Hey, cool
NBA
Joe.
Young Boy. Yeah.
I
What's
got a
up, Boone?
question. I got a question.
Yeah.
So why was he? So academics was going. He was going in on city girls.
Um, I guess it was mainly Carisha for the most part. I
My
would say
bad.
it was
I'm late on
mainly
the topic. Yeah. What? So
yeah.
what was his issue?
I mean, basically, he went on DJ Vlad. There was a segment of the interview where he's basically claiming that black women, but using Carisha as an example, that they kind of exacerbate homophobia in a sense where they might have a gay friend, but calling other men gay slurs that are basically heterosexual. So he didn't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? He felt like that's some hypocritical shit. And I mean, Carisha said some choice things before on the Breakfast Club. With the whole gay son thing. That was very controversial. So it's not like he was wrong, but Saucy, he has some choice words, man. Like I said, by the way, this is a grown man. This is a grown man with stiletto heels, man, and a tent fade, man. It's a grown ass man with you know what I'm saying, with nails. It's a grown man. Yeah, man, he basically claimed that he would assault academics, man. Like that, and it went left. And people had their opinions, man. So now I want brothers to chime in. Lucci, man, I'm just say this, brother, as a disclaimer, man, keep it respectful. I know, man. I know in your spirit as a black man, you want to give a Malcolm X speech off the top rope, but please, brother.
Hey, before Lucci go, I just want to get one more premise out the way to make sure I understand.
Yeah,
So in regards to the Carisha part,
yeah.
did she say anything to academics to make him come out and speak against her?
Oh yeah. It was like an interview from last year. She just randomly, I wouldn't say randomly, but she brought him up, on some dissing shit. And he responded. He feels like
Okay.
she isn't really talented. You know what I'm saying? That she worries more about Diddy than her actual music career. And that she needs to focus more on promoting her music than being up under a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's basically treating her like a side chick. So I ain't gonna lie, that little riff goes back at least a year. You know what I'm saying? Just a little back and forth here and there. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes some of these rappers do be randomly dissing academics, probably some behind the scenes shit. And then he just ends up responding. And, they end up seeing it. And then, it's a back and forth essentially. So that's basically the premise.
I'll let Lucci go. Then I got something I want to say to that.
I
Go
bet.
ahead, Lucci.
Yeah, brother Lucci, man. I know you're there, brother. Come on, man. Say what you want to say, man. Yeah, and if you're not there, the rest of y'all can speak too, man.
Okay, if he ain't he probably tied up or something like that. So
Yeah,
let me get what I'm gonna say out the way. So I wanted to know first off if she brought his name up first in a negative way. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, obviously academics has the right to respond.
right.
However,
Yeah, my bad.
my thing my thing is like when you look at academics' come up, you know what
Mm.
I'm saying, into the game, like to me he deserves to be talked about in a negative way. Like that's not something that he should be,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean, shocked about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one. Two, it'd be weird to me sometimes, like when 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 grown men uh start speaking on women that I know they could never get in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like Carisha is a hood bitch. So all this, and I heard you mention that the album only did 8,000. And this is how this is when we start when we start talking about artists and whether or not they're failing or whether or not they're being successful, we have to also remember to not gauge everybody by the same standard. So
right,
everybody is not selling 100,000, 300,000 first week, going platinum. That's not what they do. Some of these niggas is going platinum on YouTube. Some of these motherfuckers is going platinum on the radio because they know how to keep a hit. You know what I'm saying, in rotation. Like when I think of City Girls, I don't think of City Girls as a act in hip hop where we're looking forward to buying their album.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't, like to me that's not them selling 8,000. Like to us, like that sounds terrible, but like I don't expect them to sell album. I don't expect that. What I expect for City Girls to do is constantly keep a song in rotation in the street or in the club, which is what they're pretty prominent in doing.
Yeah,
Now, as far as Carisha, and that's how they survive in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they're single artists. Um,
exactly. Yep.
Now somebody like Carisha, in regards to what whatever academics was saying, as far as she needs to focus more on her music career, as opposed to, like you said, JT is actually the one that was really doing music for real.
Yeah, she was the one
That was
initially
one
rapping.
of Academics' point too, not to cut you off, Boom, that
Yeah,
they
he did
should split
specify.
up
Yeah, that
because it's like the album sounded like JT recorded her verses and just sent them to the other Young Miami, and she just did her verses, and they just said, "Whatever, put this shit out. We'll see what it do." It
Mm.
wasn't really a team effort, he was saying, and she should
yeah,
focus more on her career. And how long will it last? Because he was saying like this selling sex is like not
But see
gonna
that
be
again.
that marketable or whatever.
But see again, we have to learn how to not judge everybody with the same standard. Carisha is not an artist.
yeah. He
Like
being
she's not.
real.
Everything that she is overwinning right now.
True, true, true.
Yeah,
So you telling her that she needs to focus on, like, no, she doesn't. That's not Carisha. Carisha is a hood bitch who uh shit, the bitch really came from nothing. For real.
I ain't gonna lie, Boom. Like everything you saying, he already specified. I was just bringing the cliff notes, but yeah, a lot of this he already specified. I already know, because she said something about him. I already know what Academics is gonna do. He's gonna talk his shit. That's literally what he does. So it's like whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, initially, like, yeah, JT was the one rapping, like, and she just brought on Carisha because she pretty. She got the whole aesthetic down pat. I mean, they're in Florida, so I was like, okay, cool. And they drop at least
But I
one
think you're
single a year.
sliding. I think you're sliding. My bad. Somebody's I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
nigga
somebody
get their
car
car
getting
broken
broken
in.
there. Yeah.
it's off now. But I
Yeah.
think he's slighting Carisha because you said that JT is the more talented one. But what I remember, there was a period of time where JT was not available, and it was one bitch keeping that name alive, and that was Carisha. Like
True.
Carisha is the one that you hear on these hooks. She's the muff, like we all the motherfucker that's actually doing the hooks. Normally is normally that nigga. That's normal. That's normally the nigga. In
So
this case, it would be she's really that bitch. Like JT can rap, but we all know that rapping shit don't get you far,
Mm,
especially as a female.
that's exactly his point too.
who was the one on the video with Cardi?
Which video?
Yeah,
They got the painted like they got the paint
Carisha,
on.
Yeah, it's
Carisha,
Carisha.
and
She's a
Okay.
JT
light
dark
skinned one.
skin. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
He
I
was saying
mean,
that too, even about Glorilla, because he was like, she ain't been hot in a year, and it's like this marketing tactic that y'all had is not really going over so
but
well.
if he said that she ain't been hot in a year, he's lying.
Now, Glorilla,
No, I know who you said. If he says
yeah,
that she has not been hot in a year, he's lying.
mm,
It's like when niggas listen to these bloggers and they start giving their opinion and they emotions start dipping into the opinion.
yeah,
That's when that's when it don't become credible, and that's when niggas start dissing you, and that's when niggas don't have respect for you, because and I'm assuming, like you said, if he said that Glorilla has not been hot in a year, nigga, FNF, the fuck nigga free song just came out like in April of last year.
yeah. But boom,
So
what's crazy? It's like when you was saying earlier about a nigga having an opinion about a girl he couldn't like get in real life. Do you think this situation is like that kid in high school who like ran like Naruto, never had a shape up? The girls dissed him, and they just always walk past him, like getting his lick back, like trying to get his lick back at them same girls who like dubbed
I've
him in
heard
high
people
school.
say this about Academics. I mean, yeah, I've heard this
Because
take.
that's what it looked like.
But when you consider who he is, like him being a streamer, him being in the industry, like this is what he does in general. Like if you diss a nigga, he's gonna diss you back. You know what I'm saying? Like he done did it multiple times, male or female, whether he's right or wrong. Because sometimes he do be getting emotional and try to take it to a certain level where he know he shouldn't, like threaten people or implying for people to threaten him so he can have security do some or whatever. It never even gets that far anyway. But bro, this is Act, man. He's been around for at least 10 years now doing this shit. So I'm not really shocked at anything. Him speaking on Carisha or Glorilla. Gorilla was another one that randomly dissed him. You know what I'm saying? Like she was trying to promote her song. I forgot which one.
I
It
think
wasn't like
tomorrow too.
nah.
Oh,
That's way after. But it wasn't well received or whatever. And she just kind of was going on rants about it or whatever the case. Like it just wasn't well received by streamers. Like Kai Cenat, for example, he didn't like the most recent song she dropped. She ended up blocking him. They kind of got into it. Um,
That shit was ass anyway. So
yeah, I
like,
think it was a Cha
do
Cha
better.
Cha single or
Man,
one
yeah,
of them
that
joints.
shit was definitely, yeah, it was a cha cha
The
Yeah,
shit.
Uchi Wally shit.
it
man, most of
wasn't
this
good.
shit is ass, man. Let's stop. Like, come on, man. Fuck
It
all
wasn't,
that,
yeah, it
man.
wasn't well received like that, and she kind of took it personally, and I don't know, man. She just randomly got into academics over something. I don't even know what it was about, and he just started going in on her, and the nigga don't hold no, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't hold nobody's hand. Like this is the shit I've seen with him. Like when he would go against rappers in the underground, like whether it's a nigga like Critch or a nigga like a Trippy Red. whoever, bro. If you just not hot at the moment, or you're not popping, or you got a single that just came out and it flopped or whatever, that nigga gonna clown you in some form.
But I
And
hate
for
to say it though, Cujo. My bad, bro. But
nah,
with according to like academics and what we know him for, and like his history, if he has an opinion, like a strong opinion on somebody, does that mean like it's free game for them to say whatever they want about him?
I mean it is. I mean at
But
that point it is,
wouldn't you
but it don't
consider
really
him
work in
as
their
a?
favor if you're
Wouldn't you
not.
consider? Go ahead.
Now you go, Lucci. Yeah.
No, I was just about to say, wouldn't you consider Ack as a critic though? Like, I mean, we listen to critics all day about movies, and like we take their word, be like, nah, I'm not gonna go see this shit or whatever. So what's the difference with
Well,
Ack?
that's not how he initially started. That's the thing with
Yeah,
Act. He
he
started
don't
off as a
really.
DJ slash blogger, and then eventually, he got ties to the industry. It's not like he's an A&R. It's not like he's a manager. So he just eventually started giving his opinions without actually writing out blogs. You know what I'm saying? It was just more so him making videos about shit. So he's technically not no he's not like a hip hop journalist or uh in that sense. It's just kind of something that happened over time, and his opinion got so much weight to the point where it does like affect people's music career in a sense. So that's kind of what happened. He just developed into someone that can critique over time, like a Fantano, or niggas at Dead End Hip Hop, or even people at Complex, which he was on the show and shit when they used to have the show and shit. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean, as far as what he said about Carisha, like I'm not as about her personally. I don't really care. Like listen, she bad. She a female rapper. She gonna find a way to make it, like in some form. I don't know. Um, so it don't matter. I think the initial comment she made is what I'm mainly focusing on. Like, yeah, like if your friend is gay and you calling niggas gay that are straight and yada yada yada, like that shit corny. Like, and it's definitely a contradiction. So that's
Yeah,
what his overall point was. And
yeah,
and
but don't we all do that though?
oh, academics said that.
yeah, that's what his main point was with Carisha. Like that's really what it was. Like he
I,
got into the whole music career shit after. Like that was after she started
No,
like doubling
I
down on
agree with
this.
Boom though. I
But you
agree
said
with Boom.
but you said
We all say that.
yeah, but you're
Yeah,
right.
it would
So
be
you
if we all say that if niggas had a gay friend around and was like, nigga, you da 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 da. I
Hmm.
could understand that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But I don't know the ratio
that's
or
wow.
niggas that got.
no, what I'm saying, you're saying that he says she's a hypocrite for having a gay friend, but also using gay slurs, basically, right?
Right.
So everybody may not have had a gay friend, but a lot of people have had a gay somebody that was gay that they may have been cool with, or some
And his
somebody gay
family.
that they know. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
Family members. Yeah.
Yeah,
Auntie,
family.
uncle.
Mm.
That right? It could be that close, like for real. So, and even with that being said, whether they're
Mm.
family, whether we are really tight with them, whether we just know them from passing by or whatever, but we cool, whatever it is, we still call other motherfuckers gay.
Mm.
Not in a
Yeah,
derogatory way either. Like
it's
No,
just
to
something you do.
I'm saying in a derogatory way. Like that's still part of whether you got a family member that's gay or not, and you love them motherfuckers to death. You still call other motherfuckers gay in a derogatory way. Like that's, I'm not saying that's everybody, but that's pretty much.
no, I think I used the wrong word. Not in a way to like weaponize it. Like I think I'm
Sissified
saying it
Tweety
wrong.
Bird.
See, Lucci. See,
Yeah.
We used to have somebody at my
fucking
job.
right.
Yo,
See,
Oh, man, hold up, bro. I thought this shit was between Ack and a Santana motherfucker. Why
Yeah,
are we
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Like, come on,
because
man.
that's
Let's
where
get
it
to the meat and the
starts.
this is where it
Yeah,
potatoes.
that's
stemmed
Lucci,
where
you
it
from,
start.
bro.
started.
Stop
That's
being fucking scared.
Yeah,
Lucci,
Lucci,
say
go
something.
ahead, man.
yeah.
Jump,
You go
Lucci.
ahead,
Nah, I
man.
just
Jump,
want to say
Lucci.
I thought this was between Ack and the ABCDFG leader, man. I don't, bro. Like, yeah, we got to stop this shit, man. This brother
Yeah,
said,
yeah. What old boy said was wrong, man. That
yeah,
shit was
yeah.
weird. Like that shit was weird what he did. Like, and nigga, you're gay and you using gay slurs, which is hilarious. Like, That's the thing. That's what I Act was speaking to. Like, nigga, if you can do that and not get canceled, what's the difference between me saying that shit and then having to deal with the community because people find that shit offensive? Like, that's the
His
shit
or
that
They
don't make
gave
sense
them
to me.
business too much power, bro.
it's
I'm
his
gonna say, bro,
orientation.
that community, man, got more power than women right now, bro. Let's just be honest, man.
The
This
niggas
shit is
mafia
wild.
Lucci.
They on some whole Illuminati type shit or whatever. That whole community, man, like, and they
But
But
it's
got
a
more
sassy
stroke
but,
than
but it,
mafia.
man. They got more stroke than man. They got more stroke than women got, bro. Like you can still call a woman a bitch, whore,
Did you
but
say they got more
yeah,
stroke?
they got more stroke than women got, man. These people can
That's
actually get
wild.
you
Hold on, hold
canceled,
on,
bro.
hold on, hold
Like
on, hold on.
Think
they
about
can
what you just
actually.
said.
Oh, Paul, hey yo.
I just realized what you said, yo.
Nah, for real, yeah. I
Yeah, they
know
got
where you
more
was
stroke.
going, but
That's some
You
Louisiana
so
slang,
calm about
brother.
the shit. He's so calm
no,
about it. He
bro,
said they got more
nah.
stroke.
Yeah, bro. I mean, they got more
Uh,
power
That
than
was
women have
wild,
right now,
bro.
bro, in this
they
era,
do.
bro. And that's kind of wild, man. Like they can say any fucking thing they want to, bro,
So
and
Bro,
basically,
nobody.
I'm
he's
gonna
mad because a gay man said a gay slur.
It's not what
no,
he's.
Like,
I think it's what he said he was gonna
He
do
was
to
gonna
him. Like,
do
no,
to him.
I'm gonna
don't
say it
even.
right, like
Yeah.
real
oh
fast.
yeah, that's
It's
wild as
the
fuck. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
He
it like
basically said
real
he was gonna
fast.
assault the nigga.
Yeah,
That's
he
what he
I'm
did.
said.
gonna say it's like real quick, right?
Oh,
Like
that's
the whole
rape,
thing
nigga.
with
What the fuck?
Santana, bro, and academics is like it's the right message, but the wrong messenger, right? Because if you take out some of the stuff Santana was saying, he was basically saying along the lines like, "Don't throw rocks and try to hide your hand." But all that extra stuff was just to make it more like social media y type, you know, gain traction or whatever. Because people gonna laugh at that because they're gonna say, "Oh, that's just Santana. He could say that," even though that's crazy. But it's the right message, but like the wrong messenger. You can't say these things and just I don't know. It's like,
oh,
It's not
Bro,
like he was
I gotta
wrong though. That's the,
I gotta play devil's advocate. I have
mm-hmm,
to play devil's advocate, and I hate to
mm-hmm.
do this. So
bro, man.
Ack was saying that the saucy nigga or whatever was basically hypocritical for being gay, but also using gay slurs, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't that the same? So, what's the difference between that and black people feeling as though we're the only ones that can say nigga because we're black?
It's that ownership.
Right,
It's like,
right.
oh,
So,
we're taking our power back. You know.
exactly. So,
Mm-hmm.
you can't say what's the difference between me saying a gay slur and a motherfucker that's actually gay saying it because it's the same parallel as to what's the reason a white motherfucker can't say nigga.
Yeah, that double standard.
So I can understand a gay motherfucker feeling like, yeah, I can say this because nigga, I am that. If I want to use it in a derogatory way, then I will. Just as I can understand niggas feeling like we the only
True.
motherfuckers say nigga because I am a nigga. Like
True. True. True.
it ain't no
I was just
different.
about to bring that
Bro,
up,
but
boom.
but he said that he was gonna aura him, bro. Like
I'm not talking about
like
that part. I'm talking about
but
part.
that's all together though. Like, I
No, no,
mean, the
no,
gay
no.
slur shit. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
I'm separating whatever the physical attack was that he
Mm-hmm.
verbally said, and I'm separating that from the point that Cujo made that Act was asking, what's the difference between me saying a gay slur if you're gonna say it? Like, there's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we feel there's a huge difference in niggas only being able to say nigga because we're niggas.
All right.
Right, I was about to say that, boom, because there's some white people out there I've had say, y'all should say it too, because y'all want us to
Body
say it.
bag.
I'm
Your
like, no, I am
background.
black.
Yeah, your background is nuts,
nigga,
body
you had
bag.
Your background, bro.
a
It's
game
a game. It's
going?
a game going on. No,
Oh,
it's a high school game.
Bro, sound like you at a carnival, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna speak
Go
my
ahead, Cal.
piece. That
Go ahead,
shit,
Cal.
the shit that he said that he would do to Act was fucking wrong, blatantly wrong. Queen Latifah, you should be fucking ashamed of
Now
yourself for
Oh,
supporting somebody.
hey.
what was
Hold
that?
on, no,
What
no.
was that he said?
He
What's
said
that
he
You was
would
part?
gonna go up in them,
beat him up
boom.
in a fight,
Pause.
and then he said he
Yeah,
was
go up
gonna,
in them.
yeah, go up in him.
Then go
Essentially,
up in
after
them,
he
son.
beat him up, he was gonna go up in him. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
my
man.
thing is, I get it.
Mm-mm.
Y'all trying to like do this whole like sticking together, one band, one sound type shit as a community. But in reality, like I said, Queen Latifah, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You can't make
Shit
a
was
song like
corny what she did.
UNITY and allow a man to say this to another man when you would flip your fucking lid if a man said he would do that to a woman. Calm the fuck down,
True.
Queen Latifah. Walk
Right.
back, go sit in the corner.
True,
We're going to get back to you in
true.
a second. You,
Mm.
Akademiks, you've been a bitch, always
Mm.
were a bitch, will continue to be a bitch until the day that you die, because you can get up here and get online and quote unquote chase around these hood niggas, these street niggas, whoop de whoop, and then you let this nigga say that to you and you cried online like a punk pussified bitch. That's what you cried about? I've been wanting niggas to put hands on you for the shit that you did and how you even got your fucking clout anyway, from the whole you essentially monetizing black genocide, just like the record labels, but you won't talk about that shit. You's a bitch. So again, I'm not saying that you deserve that shit to happen to you, but he threatened you with. However, this shit does tie well to your character. We've seen you get on your Twitch lives, get up there, act a goddamn fool, embarrass yourself and where your people are from, being drunk as shit, falling asleep on stream, being a fucking nut chaser for Drake and all these other niggas, and then you do this as well. Cool. You are who we thought you were. Finally, Santana out of fucking pocket. You knew that shit was out of fucking pocket. I stand with Boom on the point to where it's like when you are a part of a class of people who have been names have been used against you, like I'm all for like taking your power back, whoopsie whoop. But you stepping over that extra line, you're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy. And I'm not saying again, I'm not saying that Akademiks is the fucking patron saint of masculinity or whatever the fuck. Like, but when you put that type of energy out there, that energy comes back to you. Period.
Yeah.
Period. I get it. Gay niggas got a stigma. Like, oh, you had to fight your whole life. I get it. You can say that to Act. You won't say that to one of these real niggas out here, though. You get beat the fuck up playing like that.
And that was my question, Cal, for everybody, because I think we all agree, like, we ain't really too pressed about Akademiks' feelings, but, like, where does it end, right? Because they could say that to him and get through customs, right? Like, oh, it's just Akademiks. Nobody don't care about Akademiks. But, like, what if they was to say to somebody we all collectively, like, respect?
Well, then we burn them niggas.
Yo, no,
that's the fucking problem. You niggas ain't fucking about shit. That's why y'all. That's what I'm saying. Burn them niggas, bro. You let this y'all niggas just said, oh, like they got more power, more sway than women right now. Period. Point blank. Blase blah. Nah, fuck that shit. Them niggas want to play that type of game. Say fuck them niggas back. What did Hitman say? Chase them niggas back, verb. Say it. Press the button on them niggas. Fuck them sponsorships. If everybody's real niggas, everybody got money, the quote unquote canceling shouldn't fucking matter because you can't really get canceled in this day and age for real, for real. Worst thing that they can do is temporarily deplatform you. You go somewhere else. If you're that nigga, the audience will follow. You'll make more money and get more sponsorships once the heat goes down. Chase them niggas back. But niggas won't because niggas ain't bout shit like that for real.
You
Like,
seen
that's
it with
what I'm
J.K.
saying,
Rowling.
like,
honestly, if he would have said
that's what
that,
I'm saying. JK's still a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
You can't cancel a fucking billionaire, bro. She's still getting paid from Universal every fucking month.
True.
Like that shit don't move. Like that's what I'm saying. The canceling shit only works if you don't have a platform like that, you don't have a following like that, and you aren't creative enough to fucking pivot when one door closes. Fuck that shit. And he already did irreversible damage to his brand anyway by him getting up there crying, saying, I wish I could say what I want to say. Well, the sponsors are gonna look at it like, well, what the fuck did you want to say? So you already are cooked. Bitch, jump in the fire then. They already got you up there on that rotisserie. Just jump in the fire.
He wouldn't be able to say what he really said. We're gonna be completely honest. If it was anybody else, it would have been the same thing. Like they wouldn't have been able to really keep that same energy for real. That's why he kept it as PG as possible. I'm not agreeing with him with the crying, but realistically, even if it wasn't Akademiks, ain't nobody. You can't say the F word back, bro. You can't say that shit back. As we know what the stigma will be. Even if you're not gonna be realistically canceled, niggas will hound you, bro, on the internet somehow.
But it's not
some way.
Free game, though, Cujo. Because I see
someone
say like he had the opportunity.
Involved. If it's politics involved, there is no free game. That's just how it is, man. Like there's just certain things you can't necessarily say. And Academics ain't no Malcolm X. He's not no
Yeah.
politically inclined black man. He just happens to be a streamer that got popping like 10 years ago. If it was anybody, I promise you, bro. If it was Umar, even
Mm.
Umar, bro, even Umar somehow got involved in the mess, bro. And look what he said, bro. I'm not getting involved in this. It don't got nothing to do with me. Cause he knew, bro. And he already has a numerous amount of rumors and all type of mess going around concerning him. I don't even know how Umar got involved, but bro, the people wanted him to give an opinion. He was like, nah, bro, I'm minding my business. This don't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
We know the stigma. We know what would happen, bro. Even me, I had to give niggas a disclaimer before we even started the show, bro. And we're nowhere near on the status as an
Hey,
act.
look what happened. Ujo, look what happened to the baby when he said that shit. I feel like that shit was
Right, bro.
right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
did the baby do a good job punching out of that?
hell
That
no.
was one of my
No,
questions
that
because
nigga
I feel
can't
like that
pack a
shit.
stadium no
That
more.
nigga was
Nigga
It's
can't
on.
And low
pack a
key, he
stadium.
didn't even
He
say
was
anything
on pop
crazy like
songs,
that.
like bro.
Yeah, and he can still. And look, it was bad about it. Nigga can
He was
still rap.
doing his thing
You
though.
know, freestyle. Yeah,
But
but like it hurt.
to your point, Cujo, like, yeah, he would probably get in immediate trouble on Twitch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody's denying that. But like I said, if you really that nigga online, you will move. You go to Kick or something. Go to Nebula. Find somewhere else to get this shit popping at. You know how many times these niggas have tried to they tried to get what's the white nigga's name? Fucking Dr. Disrespect.
oh
Shit like that. You can try. Niggas just gonna keep popping up. Nigga, they couldn't even effectively cancel a fucking pedophile. EDP was out here on YouTube and shit like that for fucking years. Years.
Here we go.
They literally caught this nigga by amateur predator hunter niggas. Like not even Chris Hansen and them. Just some niggas with a camera caught him. What? And they just recently effectively got rid of that nigga. Like, nah,
The only
bro.
reason he hasn't
I
been
ain't
caught
gonna
got
say
caught
it.
by
I ain't
regular.
gonna say it.
is because
I ain't gonna say it.
yeah, the only reason he hasn't been completely canceled, even though his YouTube got demonetized, he really doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore anyway. He'll pop up every couple of months, that from what I hear. But them YouTube shows or them TikTok shows where people try to catch predators, like it's kind of hard to pinpoint evidence on the type of people. You got to really build up a case, and it takes a lot of time. You have to have real concrete evidence. So it really is, it's really a lot of work that goes into that. But realistically, man, like we know what happens, bro. If you're a black man, bro, especially a black man, like you can't. There's just certain things cannot fucking say about certain communities, man. It's not happening, bro. We know this. Jamie Foxx literally not too long ago, bro, made a joke. I mean, not even a joke, bro. He quoted an Instagram quote about something containing to Jesus, bro. And guess who got offended, man? And it had nothing to do with them, but we know what happened with that. So and that was him quoting something from the Bible. So like, listen, man.
oh
If
yeah,
it was
Kyrie Irving, another
right.
one.
Meanwhile, people like Anthony Cumia, bro, the nigga from Opie and Anthony, bro, this nigga will get on Twitter and talk about black women's weaves and all type of shit all day. And that dude was the same dude that used to co-host with Patrice O'Neal all the time. Ain't nobody canceling his ass. Ain't nobody canceling Elon. Ain't nobody canceling Trump. Nobody ever canceled Donald Sterling, bro. What did niggas do after Donald Sterling said what he said, bro? Just because he has a feeling about black men or being with other races of women, bro. Nothing. Them niggas turned the jerseys inside out, and that's it. Did that do anything? No. Nobody gave a fuck about that, bro.
But
Because they knew what would
You can't
who's
happen.
cancel Trump.
effectively
I'm gonna
who's
tell you
effect
that. You
who's
ain't gonna
effect
cancel
Christian
Trump.
got Trump. We don't worry about him. The people who effectively run people off are from the community. You have the Anti-Defamation League. I don't know what the LGBTQ plus like their ancillary monitoring force or whatever it is, but they heavily on Twitter. What do black people have to black men have?
Right, yeah.
Look at the
We don't have
NCAA.
anything in
Oh,
case
the
anything speaks about us
NAACP. I'm
or
sorry.
if we speak about anybody. Like,
That's what I'm saying. So look at the NAACP. They were out here regularly giving lifetime achievement awards to documented racists. They couldn't even do fucking research to do that. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what I'm saying. So
So like
literally, there's
that's what
nothing.
I'm saying. Niggas is scared, bro. We don't
It's,
have that because niggas don't build together. Niggas can't do basic shit like show up on time, stay on code, shut the fuck up about our business in front of white folks. Yes. Yes, that's why it looks like this. That's why it's everybody can say anything about this. Look at what they did to Kyrie Irving. Okay, cool. How much have niggas supported Ice Cube in the Big Three thing in light of him essentially
with
going
all due
on a
respect,
war against the NBA? Nobody. Because niggas don't stand for shit. You just react, get mad, think about something else, and then another thing fucking happens. That's it. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm like,
no
nah, bro.
consistency.
I don't care about that Big Three shit. I ain't gonna hold you. There's a lot of things behind the scenes with that. I really don't care about that. I ain't gonna hold you. But
What you?
I'm speaking about in general, bro. Like, I'm sorry to say this, man. Like, especially in America, man. We're black men in America. We're men in America, man. Unless you have, unless we have another nation that is just as powerful as America that would be willing to back us as a nation within America whenever shit goes awry, that you gotta be diplomatic, man. We all know this, bro. Like let's be serious, man. You at work, somebody saying something crazy, you think you could just get up and just say whatever you want, do whatever you want? This is some white dude at work feels intimidated by you wearing a Malcolm X shirt to work and shit one day. No, man. You gotta
Mm.
handle. You gotta go to HR, be as diplomatic as possible, and get up out of there, man. Or keep your job and deal with that as much as possible until you can have your own platform, man. I got a homie that's dealing with that now. He's an engineer.
It's
Now,
fire.
you know the percentages of engineers who are black in America, bro, like 4%. So imagine being in an engineering firm, bro. You around a whole bunch of people, bro. You could do all the work. You could be the best person there, and they still giving you a hard time, bro. What you gonna do? Quit? You gonna give up? Unless you create your own firm with other group of play, which is part of what I agree with. You know what I'm saying? With Kyle, like, I agree. Like, we don't work together enough. It's too much infighting. It's too
Yeah,
much
yeah,
too
yeah.
much projecting. I agree in that aspect. But as far as thinking like, yeah, like I'm finna say anything, then pride, and no, man, it's not happening. We have to be diplomatic until we can create our own platform. Obviously, this is way bigger than academics, so
Yeah.
I don't even want to go there. Ack is just he's just an example of certain things that are going on out here for real. But honestly, man,
And not even academics, bro. That could happen to anybody. Like
yeah,
we
that can happen to
seen it
anybody.
with the baby, bro. Like when, like from the year when all his controversy started, he was like one of the biggest artists in the world, right? $1 billion baby. He was on every feature. He had singles coming out, like 5 something million views every time. It's like
He
he
was
said one
trash, bro.
comment. He said one comment, but he was like on top of the world, is what I'm saying, right? And he just said one comment, and we just seen all his like endorsements fall one by one. Support,
Bro.
people supporting him behind the scenes, like, bro, I got your back, but not in public though. They don't want to be attached to that brand, and it just
That's
goes to
crazy.
show. It just goes to
Happens, man.
show, no matter your level, bro, it can happen to you.
You
You
have to
know.
have a level of diplomacy, man, in certain places until you could build your own. Because this shit not no joke, not no damn game. Like, we already know the history of America, bro, and what they do to black political organizations, man. When you get shit together, so it's not all that cut and dry. But honestly,
Yeah.
man, let's get into the damn comedy, man. I'm not here to get political with niggas, man, all goddamn night.
No, see, man,
Uh,
that's why we ain't billing, man. We
I'm
trying to
just
get into
saying,
comedy,
man.
man.
This a
nah,
pod, man. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
we just playing, bro.
We gotta get out this somber mood real
Nah,
quick,
y'all
man.
brothers cooking, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Y'all
Can't.
cooking, man.
So
uh,
you in the kitchen, bro. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. This next topic was initially supposed to be introduced. I know Boom is here. If brothers still want to do this topic, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. It was supposed to be between the Keith Lee situation or the discussion about Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee.
Oh, they did
Um,
that.
he did that already.
Yeah, they did that on Monday
Our brothers
last
mic'd up
week.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it on Sunday. We did that Sunday.
Okay.
We did that
Yeah,
Sunday.
but Lucci's not gonna drop that for like
Nah, I'm gonna
7 months.
drop
So
it. I'm gonna drop it. You see,
probably
hey, you
not.
see that recap came out, huh?
Dude, I was surprised.
Yeah,
I
you
was
see that?
shocked.
Yeah, you see
All
that?
right, man. Then
I'm on
we
it,
could
bro.
get into the Keith Lee situation, man. You know, brother Keith Lee.
Yeah, I want to hear
I
what
ain't gonna
Kyle got
lie,
to say.
man. Shout out to Keith Lee. Listen, man, if y'all didn't know this, bro, I don't really speak about it much, but you know, I have social anxiety disorder, and to see a black man also have social anxiety disorder and be in the position that he's in, man, it's really interesting to see, really refreshing, man. Really refreshing. Social anxiety ain't really talked about like that in the black community. So when I first seen dude go viral, you know, damn nigga,
That's that
God
gas,
damn, bro.
man. That's that gasolina.
man, that nigga ain't smoking gas, man. He smoking I don't even know, squirrel piss or something. Uh
Yo,
Come on, man. Not small taste.
uh uh I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't initially know like who Keith Lee was. I didn't even know he was a former professional MMA fighter
Yeah, he's
turned.
Kevin Lee's brother.
Yeah, I had no idea. So when I seen him go viral for doing food reviews, I was like, oh, okay.
I
Like the
just know
way he
he
does it,
zoom in
man,
way
is
too
very,
much.
yeah, it's like very monotone and straight to the point. Sometimes the nigga would just making up random words in the middle of him reviewing the food and shit. It's kind of interesting, man. But I guess the brother recently got into some controversy with a specific food spot in Atlanta. I think it's called the Real Milk and Honey.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, man. Apparently, he was calling out certain things about the Atlanta food scene, restaurant scene out there. Terrible customer service. Um, the food quality maybe not being the best. Long wait times. And we're talking about among the black, you know what I'm saying, business owner side of the game, because Atlanta's basically the new chocolate city, you know what I'm saying.
hmm
And so that's basically what his main critique was about this specific restaurant. I don't really have the full story on there. I know one of y'all do. Like he went to the restaurant and told him that they were closed for deep cleaning.
yeah,
No,
bro. I
I
seen
think they were
some.
like, you have to wait in line, and then somebody told him he was Keith Lee, and then they were like, you can skip it, and he was like, no, I don't want special treatment.
Right,
I just want to be a regular customer. I think
right.
something like that.
So
It
he
was
I saw
declined
some.
it.
it
I
was
saw.
part what Bruce said and part what Robbie said. So with them, he pulled up. They said they're doing a deep cleaning. You can't
Mhm.
really get your food the normal way. But the first people who went up were his family because that's what his shit is. Like he wants if he can't like pull up in the disguise, he'll send like his family, have his mom call or somebody like that, just to see how the experience is. So when his family pulled up, they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be like an hour and some change or what the fuck ever."
Mhm.
Um, and they just being assholes essentially, which is normal. And then they were like, "Oh well, um, like are you sure?" They're like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." Um, and then they gave them a hard time about the order and said you couldn't like leave and shit like that. So they were essentially like, "Well, fuck it, it's cool," and decided to dip. And then when they saw it was Keith Lee, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's just come right here. Like we got a table right for you. Like it's 5 minutes." So that was how they fucked up there. They fucked up badly, just fumbled. And then
Mm.
I think they're like he had the bad experience or whatever. But the part that a lot of people are skipping over after the bad experience from all these people, I think it was even a grandma like restaurant. It was something like Granny's, like something Granny's. I forget what it's called. Um, he came back and was like, "Hey, like I'm not gonna badmouth these restaurants. I'm telling you guys my experience. Please do not get angry with these people. Please do not review bomb them. My experience. Go to these restaurants, see for yourself, and experience the atmosphere that they've created." Like again, he did everything fucking right,
Yeah.
everything right, and then people wanted to come back and flip it. Like here again, let me, Ocho Cinco, come here, come here, come here, come here. Ocho Cinco, in light of this, got up on his show with Uncle Shannon, and essentially started to do this "woe is me" bullshit, where he's like, "I don't like this. I don't like seeing a black man tear down other black companies. You know how hard it is for us to get in restaurants, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't like that shit. He's causing irreversible damage, all this other bullshit. First off, if you knew
What?
what the fuck you were talking about, which is why everybody can't fucking have a podcast, because you niggas don't do fucking research. You just talk about shit because you watched it on TikTok. This man has gone on, he's currently on a fucking tour right now. He's brought dying businesses back. He turns down promo money from mom and pop stores because he's like, if you're already struggling and this shit is for family, like a lot of people don't have marketing budgets. Like they're cutting into their rent shit. You see what I'm saying? And if they're giving out free food for him to test, that's cutting into their bottom line. So he doesn't even charge those types of establishments. He charges corporations and shit like that for his reviews. But again, that has done stupid amounts of good deeds out and pushed that shit out. Made sure people could go from a food truck to an actual storefront. Was just reviewing it. He saved people through the brink, from the brink of bankruptcy during the pandemic, during the height of the pandemic.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's what he does. So y'all niggas who be getting mad because it's one bad review. How many people are all pissy at how many people are pissy at you, Ocho Cinco, because you be reviewing shit wrong about the game or giving your opinion about the game? Do the NFL players come to you and say, "Hey man, you're fucking up my contract negotiations from all that"? No. Shut the fuck up.
Now to be fair though, he did apologize after. You know what I'm saying? Because Ocho Cinco, he responded back and recanted a lot of his statements that he made, because I guess he didn't fully grasp what was going on initially. I think he just looked at it as
he just hopped on the hype train.
Yeah. I mean, Ocho Cinco was kind of known for having very strong opinions without fully fleshing things out. So I mean, even when he was on the pod with Brandon Marshall and them, he always used to do that. But I'm at least glad that he was man enough to see the error in his ways and apologize, because he was wilding.
They probably did it on purpose though, because when you do negative stuff today, especially on the internet, that's how you get the attention. You gotta say something wild, but you gotta say something not too wild. So you could have did it on purpose, and then I'm gonna just retract my statement. You know what they're doing.
I hope that's not the case, because he doesn't have a track record doing that type of stuff for real.
He just has a really strong opinion about shit. So this is the first time I ever seen him really genuinely apologize, because they really got that brother together, man. They came with the facts, because I ain't gonna lie, the restaurant owners of one of the restaurants, man, they made a TikTok video, dissing Keith Lee,
I seen
they implying they didn't know who he was, and who is you? Who is Keith Lee? Who is this guy? And so,
and they had to walk that shit back too.
They took the video down because they started getting really, really negative comments, and they had to basically apologize, essentially. I think even one of the owners, one of the female owners or whatever, accused or basically called Keith Lee autistic. You know what I'm saying? Made made some really foul comments, and they went in on her as well. And it was a lot going on. I think the only one that made a really sensible response was Candy Barres, who has her own restaurant in Atlanta as well. She didn't disrespect the brothers, kind of on some, I'm sorry you went through that terrible customer service. If there's anything we can do to help you out the next time or whatever the case, we'll definitely do that. Basically she had good PR. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was. It was good PR, man.
Bro, the thing is,
a meeting here where it was 30 small business restaurant owners that came together for a meeting of the minds to say reflect on the shit and talk about how they could improve. That didn't get a lot of coverage because again, it wasn't negative and it wasn't going to gain a lot of views. But that did happen. It was a couple of business owners who saw the review, saw the backlash, and was like, "Nah, this can't be the reputation of the city."
Bro,
which is fire.
I seen that.
That's fire.
They were saying it's about time. like somebody finally like shined a light on these like black-owned restaurants, bro, because it's been a long time coming, man. Because like these black-owned restaurants, I ain't gonna lie, they be kind of like their whole schedule is weird. They'll be closed from like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they only open from like Friday and Saturday from like 11 to 3. And then you gotta call ahead. And you can't like modify your order. It's like so many different requirements for like a plate of food.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, we don't care if you some like personality on the internet. It's like, bro, I'm buying it. You know, like I'm taking my money to your black-owned business to like upgrade like your brand or whatever. And this is like the treatment I'm getting. I can't do nothing wrong except speak on it. Like, I'm not doing nothing super crazy. I'm just saying, like, we really need to reflect on this, like, as a community. Because if we can't even go and buy food from our own people without being treated like, you doing something wrong.
Yeah, he had to cancel his tour and shit because, you know, he's getting met with death threats and all type of personal threats, man. I already seen Twitter threads of people threatening him physically. Like, hey, man, you pop up to Chicago.
Yeah, bro, like
shells,
that's the
nigga.
first thing we do, bro.
What?
I cannot stand that. Like, why is it always watch yourself when you come out here because it ain't gonna be like that when you like, bro.
Nigga, I can't go to Harold's and critique the gyro sandwiches.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm just
that's the part that be killing me, Kuzo, when niggas be loud and wrong. He was just in fucking Chicago.
He in New York
when I catch you niggas like
bro, like
black business.
It was like 4. It was like Harold's and it was like I think 3 other chicken spots that were competing to get like the highest review from him, and it was dope. You see what I'm saying? Like they were all on guard. That hey, Keith Lee's in town. Da, 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 da. Make sure like, they were on that shit in Chicago.
Cal, you know what it's like? It's like the health inspector from SpongeBob.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas
I thought you was about to. No, bro.
No.
I thought you about to say. I thought you about to go to Boondocks route. I was like, yo, what are you talking about?
And niggas in Atlanta definitely threatening with that fire. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they're gonna bring the sticks out and the blicks out and all this and
over a plate of chicken.
Niggas do that. I just seen that short. There's a video of Kodak walking to the store and some dude was like, oh, that's him. I caught him last. I pop his ass. I'm like, nigga, you just what?
It's an interesting place, man.
You about to up the stick on me for a bucket of chicken and a waffle, bro?
Yeah, it's become an interesting place. Black businesses and customer service, man. I don't know what it is about us. Like, we feel like, I don't know, man. Like,
we feel like it's like, bro, you come in here, you should be happy.
Businesses should open up.
Yeah, it's like
you should be happy we even serving you, nigga. Like, really?
I'll be honest. Since moving here, there are certain places that are like, I've had bad experiences and I just don't go back. But
you
like,
have any, Cal? Like any experiences?
Bad experiences? Shit.
That you could share.
There was what's the name of the restaurant?
But you don't gotta say the name. You don't gotta say the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
yeah, we ain't trying to get threatened, man.
All
rolling up here.
You're right. There was one restaurant who we tried to just order like pickup from, like put the order in, go pick it up or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were just being like very short. Like when you start to ask about, when I was asking about like sides and shit like that, because it was a few things that were kind of like, this look good, but I don't really want that. And then I eventually put the order in. I wasn't gonna pay over the phone. I was like, I'll just pay when I get there. They fucked up the entire order. Half the meal was cold.
Oh man.
And I was like, all right, cool. Like that's just the way it is. Because again, like what Cujo was saying, like like Atlanta is like the new chocolate city. So if you're going to have a bad experience with black business, it's gonna be in the place that has a lot of black businesses. It just that's the percentage. Encounter versus, you see what I'm saying? Like if you do like, I don't know. So I was like,
that's crazy.
Again, my thing is the only people who can get away with quote unquote bad customer service are the Jamaicans. I
was gonna say that, bro.
If I call the Jamaicans,
what y'all want?
Exactly. Are you open? Are you open? Yeah, we open. Like, would I answer the phone? Like, Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna love it there. Boom, pull up. Seat yourself. Oh my god. Okay, this food would be fine. Oxtail, gravy, plantains, rice.
Only
You can
thing I
get
don't
that
like,
shit off, bro.
only thing I don't like that niggas do, bro. You clearly see the shit on the menu. You know what I'm saying? You ask them, do they got it? Talking about, nah, we out of that.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, man. Like, you
they'll
could
look
have
at you crazy.
specified that before, man. You don't even got to be rude about that, man. Like, come on, man. Like, just tell me beforehand if y'all out of oxtails, man. Like, you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Chill out, man.
But you see what's crazy? What Cal said though. Cal said they pulled up to the spot, and like the
Right.
food was messed up. It was cold and all that. And when he seen it, he was like, "Well, this is just expected." That's crazy. We gotta get rid of that.
Not expected. Not expected. My thing is like, I factor in shit. You see what I'm saying? So like, if it's easier for like, think about those older white people who didn't really like, older country white people who didn't have a lot of experiences with black people.
Yeah.
They can easily get put off to black people as a whole if they meet one nigga, like the wrong niggas, like fuck you, bitch. So they're gonna be more sensitive because it's like, oh shit, like the one experience I had was a terrible experience. But you look at people who grew up in like city environments, first joints,
used to that.
Used to meeting a lot of different people. So this person may be an asshole. They might just be having a bad day. Meet this guy who looks like he's gonna be an asshole, nicest motherfucker in the world. Like, bro, the more
we gotta get out of that.
The more like you up your percentage of having a bad experience. Like me and my girl almost exclusively like.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Have you ever had bad experience at a Spanish restaurant? Because I never have.
No, I've never.
Not at a Spanish restaurant. Never had bad experience. I just thought about that.
I've had a bad experience at a Cuban joint in South Florida, body bags. Like, again, like hey, bro, everybody ain't gonna be nice, bro. Like,
I hated that it's our own businesses though, and we expect that. Like, we know, like the whole joke is Popeye's employees. We know they're gonna be on some weird timing,
right?
And I hate that, bro. It's like, oh, I know what I'm about to get with this nigga.
Or
I know what I'm about to get when I walk.
Employees like to fight niggas, like, bro, it's Waffle House, man. Like, what is there to fight at a fucking Waffle House?
Nah, niggas be trying, Cujo. Niggas, Cujo.
Yeah,
niggas do be trying. Club, drunk, ready, just on bullshit. Make me a fucking waffle, bitch. Like, who are you talking to?
Yeah, my little favorite moments of going to a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you just in there by yourself, you about to get some.
I've seen fights at Denny's before too. I've been at Denny's in the white area that closed down.
Them had to be like some truck drivers or something.
Like the group of niggas that come in, you know what I'm saying, after you done had a long day and shit, and they're gonna be on
2:30 in the morning.
Bro. Yeah, I hate that. I hate them type of moments because you already know, bro. Like, as soon as you see them niggas come through, I'm already rolling my eyes, man. I already know, man. Shiesty mask on. You know what I'm saying?
Playing music on their phone loud as hell.
Hey, you know what other restaurants like that? Steak and Shake. A late night Steak and Shake. I don't go to them places no more. Like, if you're in the wrong area or like in an inner city area, I don't go to late night Steak and Shake because they treat that just like Waffle House. You going bonkers in that bitch. I'm like, yeah, all right, y'all niggas got it.
I think people know just to walk on eggshells around different races. So like, if you go into a white establishment, like it's not a white establishment, but I see a lot of white people going. It's this spot here called Louisiana Bistro. Bistro, yeah. So I think it's BIST.
Yeah, you know when they say bistro. It's
a different kind of environment. Fire. Yeah, but everyone that I've gone to, it's a majority of black employees working there. And the black employees, when they're serving like the white customers, it's a little bit more formal. You know what I'm saying? Just like trying to whoop-de-whoop. But I like this. This is the part that I love about being in Atlanta. It's so many black people here that when you see other black people, they come up to the table. Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? What y'all want? It's relax. You see what I'm saying? So, and the same thing where you go to, where was the other joint I went to? We went to, I'm not going to say this restaurant. We went to this white restaurant. And there were we had a white server, and they were much more formal as well. You see what I'm saying with us, me and my old lady. Because again, I think it's just like when you don't have like a common ground with someone, it's like best to just put up the like professional, formal joint. just to like nullify any anticipated bad experience. It's just like I was very professional, blah blah blah. But like again, when the white employee went to serve the person and the people in the booth next to us, they were, oh man, what about those damn Cowboys? Bitch, you ain't have no accent with us. I don't like the Cowboys, but bitch, you ain't have no accent with us. But again,
Maybe
like,
tone switching.
exactly, and we do it too. We as black people do it too. We code switch in the workplace, nigga. That's the survival tactic.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
It is.
Yeah, I do want to wrap this topic. I want brothers to turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, shout out to Keith Lee, man. You know, the brother had a decent career in MMA. You know what I'm saying? Was able to transition to basically, you know what I'm saying, being a star, man, and you know, putting a lot of money in people's pockets and being able to retire people and promote businesses and you know, be a plus to his community. You know, productive member of society and all that. And I definitely salute that. Some restaurants, man, you're not gonna have the bomb food. Some are, man. It is what it is. I do feel like, you know, as black businesses, we do need to do better in terms of customer service.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of being professional. In terms of you know, stocking orders or just whatever, man. Whether it's food, clothing, whatever it is, man. We got to
Gotta
do better
drop
in a
that
lot
defense
of areas.
mentality.
Yeah, drop that you owe me mentality. Drop that,
Yeah.
you know, cause we black. Like I'm a tax you less or more mentality.
Yeah.
Like we gotta drop a lot of that, man. We already have to deal with a lot of stuff outside of our community. We don't need to be internalizing that and treating each other the same way. So, and that's my 2 cents, man. But
Real quick before you transition, because I got one
yeah.
bar. And us as
Let's
black
go.
customers and consumers, can y'all please tip better?
Oh.
Please tip
Mm.
these people better, respectfully. I know niggas don't want to talk about that shit because of the stereotype. Like, please tip better. These people are making less than minimum wage as servers. More times than not in big cities, on average, you're probably making $3 to $4.50 an hour. If you got a bill, if you eating and your check is fucking $700, do not give that poor woman or poor man $5 fucking. Be fucking for real. 10% is good, 15% is healthy, 20% you're doing something great.
Right.
That's my last. That's my last bar, Cujo. You got it, brother.
I agree. I'm you know, brother Lucci, Robbie, boom here, man. I wanted to do this topic a while ago, so I'm gonna switch the topic from originally had with hip hop, but basically, hip hop narratives that are true or not true that we kind of just let through customs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give an example. What's one good example, man? Let me see.
Hip-hop
If Eminem was black, he'd just be another rapper.
Nah, not that type of shit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got one, man. Was Jada Kiss ever truly top 5 dead or alive, man? Or was that just something that was a title he gave to himself, man? Was that brother truly ever top 5 dead or alive, man?
I think that's regional, Cujo. Like if you ask somebody that in New York and like a certain demographic, hell yeah. But if you go somewhere like down south or like the Midwest or some place like that, they'd be like, what? I know 5 niggas better than him. You know, something like that. I think that's a regional thing.
You might have a point, even though I ain't gonna lie, Kiss core fan base is kind of all over, but
True.
it's definitely contained to New York for the most part.
Mhm.
And it was definitely created by niggas in New York. I ain't gonna hold you, like people did feel like he was that nice to the point where, you know what I'm saying, he could be top 5 dead or alive lyricists in the game. Even though realistically, in my opinion, I don't think he ever was top 5. Jadakiss is a dope rapper, one of the best rappers ever of all time.
My bathtub lift up, walls do it 360.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, albums, mixtapes, they're not necessarily classic. It doesn't have like a classic body of work.
Mhm.
It doesn't have like legendary body of work. You know what I'm saying? Other than some verses. some freestyles. You know what I'm saying? Some dope guest appearances. I mean, he's one of the few rappers, man, to rap with Big and Hove and X and hold his own. You know what I'm saying? So that's saying a lot. Literally was everywhere at one point. But yeah, he doesn't necessarily have a classic body of work unless you ask his core fan base. But in my opinion, I
Yeah,
don't think the brother's ever top 5 dead or alive. I ain't gonna hold you.
I got one, but I don't know if it's really a narrative. And it's been killing me for the longest. I'll think about this every once in a while, and it'll just mess up my whole day. Like
Oh shit!
I really love Outkast. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Andre 3000, dope. You know,
right.
Big Boy, dope. You know, they made some great classics, I would say. But bro, Wu Tang is the greatest rap group ever. I stand
Uh,
on that
I mean,
100%, man. I stand on
That could
that.
be. I feel like that could be. I feel like that could be debated with Young Money, Cash Money, not the first one.
I
Young
don't know,
Money.
man.
Nah, hell
that's
no.
Wu
That's not
Tang
a
is a
rap group.
different caliber.
all right. Cool, Bruce.
What you said?
All
All
right,
right,
cool.
Cal.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
knew
No,
Lucci was
come
gonna.
on, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
man. What the fuck
All
he
right, let's
just
Nah,
go.
said?
before
Let's
y'all go,
go.
hold on. Before y'all go, I
I've
want
been
Bruce to at
dying for
least
this.
explain why though. Like like what's your read? Is it impact or
Yeah,
influence?
I feel like it has a lot to do with impact, just solely based off. It's like shout out to RZA, keeping all those dudes on the same course, on the same page, as much as a headache it must have been, and to still be touring, you know, decades later. Some of the most influential songs, just combining that whole kung fu with hip hop, you know. Even though I don't think they were the first to do it,
Right.
but they definitely like made it known, like, okay, Staten Island is Shaolin. You know what I mean? And it's like they even branched off and was still like golden like artists. You know, you got Method Man. He branched off. He started getting into films. You know, How High. However you feel about How High is
I mean,
one of
it's a hood
them.
classic. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, it's a hood classic.
It's a hood
You
classic.
know, Takal, um, what's his name? Raekwon, Ghostface. I don't know. I just think they should be the most. I like for me, it's just Wu Tang, man. For me, it's just Wu Tang. It's just I didn't prep for this, but when you said that, I remember this shit just always pissed me off, bro. Like I don't know
So
how
you
they
don't
really
think
got over.
Outkast is the number one group of all time? Essentially,
Nah,
you're tired of that narrative.
yeah,
I
badly.
mean,
I'll think about that on like that. I'll think about that at random. I'll be like, how the hell did they do that? How?
I
It's
mean,
a
shut up.
duo too.
Let's do this.
All right, Cal and Lucci. All right, let's go.
I'm not gonna kill you,
Nah,
Bruce. I'm gonna
Cal,
just
I'm about to
maim you.
go with Outcast. I know what Cal about to do.
I'm gonna
Shit.
just
Go
maim you.
ahead, Cal. I'm muting up.
First
Oh
off,
man.
Outcast
Okay.
came from Dungeon Family. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's more so where the group dynamic came from. And then it's still, bro, it's two people. Yeah, but niggas consider Mob Deep a group. It's two niggas.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Two niggas. Like that's
True.
so.
True.
Then we have to look at the fact like one of the brothers said it in some hip hop shit I was watching. It's like when they were comparing Jay-Z to Andre, and the brother said something hilarious, and it was sharp. He was real quick. He was like, "Hey, when you compare the two, you got to realize Andre was platinum at 18. Jay-Z took 8 years before he even got close to something like that." So that's fair. It was what you know what I'm saying. What you call it? Reasonable
Yeah.
Doubt did come out when he was 26, and it wasn't even immediately received well. But
Mm-hmm.
my thing with Wu Tang is you got 37 niggas in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
37 niggas, damn near.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all niggas better make something shake. I take nothing away from Meth, Ray,
Yeah.
Ghost, God bless the dead, ODB. RZA's ass as a rapper. We really
Okay.
gotta start to be honest. You got
Okay.
Capadonna,
Okay.
sir, absolutely not. It's a lot of weaklings around some strong niggas. Like, especially when we start to look at catalog like whose songs was what, whose verses are memorable, like, and the fact that they came from the South and they were still able to do it. No matter, even though they were from Staten Island, Wu-Tang was
You
from Staten
bugging with Capadonna. Hey, explain Capadonna.
Capadonna
He can
has some
rap.
shit. His solo album,
Like,
his solo album,
yeah, it's, I know his albums, but like, we talk about rap. He's talking like he was hating on the raps. That don't make no sense. Capadonna can rap.
But like with
album
RZA
wise,
though,
no.
I wouldn't really categorize, even though he raps, I wouldn't say like,
rap.
I wouldn't really say
Yeah, he's
RZA
mainly a
is-
producer. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but he like the thing with RZA is like Wu-Tang wouldn't be Wu-Tang without them lyrics, without them rappers and like RZA's production. Like one of the most iconic beats, bro. Cream.
One of the best producers of all time. I'm not taking that away from him whatsoever. I'm just saying
Yeah.
when the nigga does rap.
Yeah.
When the nigga does rap, we gotta be fucking honest. But
True. All right.
what I will say about this, the reason that I don't flinch when it comes to Outkast being the number one group is because of when and where they came from.
Yeah, they
like,
were sleeping on the South.
Like the South, yeah. Like you look, it's New York and Cali at that time. We remember the famous quote from Andre.
Yeah.
At the award show. So again, it's like, bro, they came out and were just running with these niggas as if they were just down the block from these niggas. They weren't. People did not take hip hop serious from the South for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Like you had the what was it? You had the Ghetto Boys and shit like that as well, but that's more so like out in like Texas and everything else like that. But like down south, like on this side of the coast, yeah, bro. So again, and I'm looking, there weren't times where Big Boy just got shitted on. Like Big Boy was great too. I compare them, like their dynamic is closer to Q-Tip and Fife than anything to me. Like Fife was in his fucking bag. Q-Tip was in his bag too, but again, they worked together so well. And then the last bar, the thing that really pushes them over when it comes to mystique is like them niggas was damn near the fucking Avatar. When the world needed them most, they vanished. Like niggas was like, when can we get another fucking, you know what I'm saying, Outkast album? Like, when is that coming? Niggas did the I think the last album they did was Idlewild to be the soundtrack to the movie Idlewild that they were in. And they
I remember that.
stopped. They just stopped. People
I blame that on Andre. I kind of blame that on Andre 3000 because he kind of went solo, then he kind of went weird.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, but
I feel like Big Boy probably.
Big Boy
I get it though, regardless.
Yeah, Big Boy's still putting out albums. What was one of the ones with Sir Lucius Leftfoot? Shit like that. Like that was cool. He even put out singles that were still chart topping by himself, like without Andre. Morris Brown Band.
Andre.
Like
that
was good. So again, my thing is like it's all of those things together. And just it's that's why I'm not mad at you for real. Like, like that.
I know you holding back, man. I know. I appreciate it too.
Honestly, people can feel like that, but again, when you start to look at albums sold and shit like that as well.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Young Money Cash Money would have been powerful for the certain motherfuckers.
When you say Young Money, Cash Money, like, are you talking about who specifically?
I'm talking about niggas, like powerful niggas that's part of Young Money, like in 2000.
Your background is crazy, Bobby Bass. We can barely make out parts of.
When you say Young Money, you talking about No Limit? Like, are you talking about
Drake, Wayne, Nicki? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a rap group. They were never a group though. That was a collective. Like that wasn't. Yeah, that's not gonna count, bro. And even then, none of that shit was really powerful. If we're talking about musically,
they had Bedrock.
All right, man.
Relax. Hey, hold on. Can we get back to that? Can we get back to the Outkast shit, please?
I didn't want to kill him. Yeah. Please, boom, don't shoot that young brother.
Let him go. No,
I was gonna say something about that too, because there are basically 1 and 2, like 1A, 1B. But we know Outkast. Listen, okay. There are similar parallels between both groups. All right, RZA is the main producer. You know, Organized Noise produces for Outkast. I think Andre and Big Boy probably co-produce certain tracks. They probably got some work as far as, you know, laying the instrument down on a track or whatever. So whatever the case. What are other similarities between the duo and the group?
I guess
Produce,
it's
rap.
you could say doubt too, because when Wu-Tang came out, Staten Island wasn't even considered like,
A borough for real.
It
yeah, like
isn't.
people, there was no respect on that.
It's on the same. It's on the same vein as Long Island. So I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I mean, they both groups ventured out into other things aside from just music. You know, more specifically acting. Um, you know, so there's that. If we're talking about musically, Outkast is over Wu Tang. And it's not even fair. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, Wu Tang's prime overall was like 4 years, 93 to about 97. 97 is kind of when around that time everybody went solo, and a lot of their works wasn't really well received like that, and
Mhm.
they started focusing on trying to basically develop other artists outside of Wu Tang, like the Wu Tang affiliates, Killer Army, Killer Bees, a lot of them type of guys, and their debut albums weren't really the best. Then you have to include a lot of uh their debut albums after. I mean, their second albums weren't well received after the debut, like Raekwon's Immobilarity that dropped in like '99.
Yeah.
That wasn't really well received.
Yeah.
Also, the
Method
sound was
Man
changed. The
after
sound,
Tikal, that
yeah,
wasn't really well received like that.
the sounds
Um,
was changing. The sound that people loved them for, times was changing. It's more flashy, and the way I think RZA produced, like it just wasn't for that. I don't think he found a certain type of techniques to add to his style to fit with those
right.
times coming into the
He
2000s, so his team could flourish.
Other than like ODB, and a lot of his shit was being produced by the Neptunes. I mean, the album was well
No,
received, but it wasn't like,
Yeah, that was a weird era.
yeah, it was a lot going on, man. So
Hey man,
basically,
can I say this?
Ghostface, Ghostface did good though.
Let me say this, man.
yeah,
This is a discussion that, like, Bruce, if Wu Tang is like personally your favorite,
Yeah.
like then they personally your favorite. However, there is a thing called reality as well. So
Oh, this
Yeah.
nigga.
so so when you actually get back to reality,
Mhm.
and then we have to start really like breaking shit down to see who did what.
Mhm.
Outkast has more hit records than every fucking member of Wu Tang combined.
But like realistically
Well,
speaking
no, no,
though, like
that's
Wu
realistic though.
Tang,
Hold on,
yeah,
no, no,
but
no,
like yeah, yeah, I'm
wait.
gonna let you finish.
Yeah, hold on, yeah, that's realistic.
Mhm.
Outkast is the last rap act to actually win Best Album of the Year at the Grammys. This is almost 20 years ago. It ain't been done since.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's think about this. When we go discography, album for album, it's not a contest.
It's not.
It's not a contest. So
I wouldn't necessarily say that,
Uh,
but
I
I
disagree
get
on that one.
when we go album for album,
Yeah,
it is
that's what I disagree with.
not a contest.
Outkast discography is better, but I'm not gonna say it's like significantly better.
How many classic albums does Wu Tang have?
Realistically, 36
You talking about
Chambers and what was the second album called, man?
The W.
No, that's way after. That's like 2001.
Wu
Uh,
Tang Forever?
Wu Tang Forever. So yeah, two
So they are
realistically.
so they arguably
And
have
I,
two.
Yeah, I would say two classics.
Okay,
yeah, that's it.
because
Outcast
hold
got
on.
like three or
So so niggas just told me that I wouldn't say that discography wise, it's not a landslide, but you niggas just told me that at the most they have two classic albums.
Yeah, but Wu Tang as a collective though is, I'm talking about all of them.
We're talking the group Wu
Yeah, we're
Tang.
talking the group,
We're
man.
not we're not talking individual artists. We're talking Wu Tang, the
Yeah,
group.
yeah. Still, they still had them same group members who are original members on that album, considered as Wu Tang.
What you niggas just told me is that Wu-Tang the group
Hmm.
has 2 arguable classic albums.
Yeah, and when Raekwon and Ghostface and RZA and Spectre Deck, all them niggas is on a song, that's Wu Tang.
What's your point? Where are you what are you getting at?
There's other stuff left out.
But is it contributing to the album number?
Other,
Like this
yeah,
is why
what
I
are you
didn't
talking
want
what
to do. Didn't want to do this, Steve Bruce. I'm sorry, brother.
Well, no, what you said, Cal?
No, I'm gonna let
I'm
Boom
gonna say
ask
this
you
one
these
more time.
questions.
I'm only say this one more time. Then I'm gonna get to
Hmm.
my point. Together, all of them
Yeah,
niggas together, when they
yeah,
recorded a album
yeah.
titled Wu-Tang,
Hmm.
you guys told me that they have 2 arguable classic albums. Do you know how many arguable classic albums Outkast has?
No, how many?
They have 5 arguable classics.
If it was like the greatest, I wouldn't have to argue it though. It's
If it
just
was what?
blatant. If it was just like blatantly like the greatest, no
That
argument should be.
how is that not blatant? They
It's arguable. It's arguably what you said. I could argue that it's
Is
not.
it?
You could argue that it is.
How is that arguable?
You said it's arguably 5.
And you told me them niggas have arguably 2.
Well, I don't consider like it just like them 2 albums. Like me
So,
personally, I don't just say it's just them 2 albums.
why don't you say that?
Cause it's a collective of niggas. Like when they
So you
all
tried to include all their solo work as the members in the group
when
together?
like to me, like when I
Yeah,
listen to all
what is he saying?
yeah, I would say that.
If we doing that, man, I mean, it wouldn't be fair, to be honest, and we can't do that because they dropped that all. Okay, even if them niggas was featured on
Hmm.
certain niggas' albums,
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
Wu-Tang song.
I get that, but it's all solo work. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it wouldn't even make sense. That's when like when they when Outkast dropped the Love Below speaker about like that was dropped as a double album, right?
Hmm.
You got Andre's album on one side, Big Boy's album on the other side.
They were
Um,
separated.
right. So
So,
it's still a group album though.
but what you
Yeah, it's
2
still a group album
individual
though.
albums on like one disc is just make it.
Yeah, it's both members dropping an album together.
So
Right.
if it's other members on a song, then it's like that
You're
like
talking
that
about on
doesn't.
a song. Why do you keep bringing up other members on a song?
Cause that's considered Wu-Tang when they together.
We're talking
Brother Ty wants to come up, man. Brother Ty wants to come up in the building, man. So
hold on,
Lucci,
hold on,
Robbie.
give Ty one more. I mean, well, you can bring him in, but hold on, let me say this real quick. Bruce, what you're trying to implement individual work and tie it into them as a group.
But they just did the Love Cujo. What was that album you just said?
Speaker Box Love Below. Wow.
2 individual.
Guess what?
Who is echoing?
Let's do this to help your narrative. Let's
All
not
right.
even count the Love Below and
Okay.
Speaker Box. They still have 4 arguable classic albums.
I still count the other albums of the other artists because they all under Wu-Tang. I still consider it that.
You got okay. So let me do this. ATLians is a classic. Aquemini is a classic. He
Mhm.
took Speaker
Southern
Box Love
Playlist
Below off.
music classic.
Yeah, Stankonia is a classic as well.
Stankonia classic.
Yeah.
4.
Like that's not me saying like oh da 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 da. Like no, we could go back and pull up these what was it like the source joints as well and see how those were ranked because
Yeah.
they still won those. They were still winning awards for those albums.
I got hip hop. I got other hip hop narratives we could debate, but this is just
Well,
one.
me
that
is
we
just
talked
like,
about.
bro,
Yeah, this is what Bruce
I'm
brought it up.
echoing,
Brought it off.
man.
Yeah, that's Brother Ty, man. You got to yeah,
Oh.
man.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
I think I'm echoing on your
Yeah,
screen.
that's you, Bruce.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How?
It's clearly tied. The echo didn't start until Ty came up. It is clearly tied. What do we even
The
say?
brother came up try to blame Bruce.
Yeah, like I just let him get that off. Like
Anyway, 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Forever, the W, I forget which one, but one of them was the. Oh my god, this is throwing me off. One of them was the number one album in the world, worldwide. You know, and then when you talk about those individual things of work, it's like Only Built for Cuban Links, Purple Tape, Tikal, Iron Man.
Nigga, that's not Wu Tang.
Okay,
What? So where did
I'm
they
gonna use
come
an
from
example.
then? Are
Okay,
they from Mobb Deep?
Nigga, those aren't Wu Tang albums.
Are they
yeah, like
Mobb Deep
it,
albums?
no. It's like saying H&IC was a Mobb Deep album when that's Prodigy's album. That's a
Right.
solo album, right?
So when so when Andre
Or I,
3000 did the Love Below, that's not
We didn't
that's
even
that's that
we
that's
did
Outkast.
we didn't even count that
We
for
didn't
you.
count that. Yeah, we didn't count that.
No, what was the ones the two disc albums, the
bro,
double
we just
album?
brought it up like 3 times, man.
Speaker
Love
box, Love
below.
Below. The last
Yeah,
album, the
that's
last
an
out,
Outkast album.
the last rap album to win album of the year.
No, I'm
Not
not asking what it won. That's Outkast. That's an Outkast album
Yes,
yes,
with two niggas on separate tapes.
it's a
yes,
double album. Yes.
So why I can't say Iron Man is a Wu Tang album?
because we're not even gonna count that just to make shit even. So that let's say they
How
so
those are? All right, go ahead.
What's
because
the?
when
Go
hold
ahead.
on, when Takao is put out,
Cause we talking in
is it
circles and it's throwing me off.
when Takao is put out when Takao is put out or it was it put out under the name Wu Tang?
Nah, that's Method Man though.
Okay.
Can y'all give me some context for the topic?
I'll help you, but I
Before
have
Yeah,
I
no
say
basically,
idea.
anything.
basically it's hip hop narratives that
Hmm.
are meant to be challenged. So my first question was:
Hmm.
Was Jadakiss ever top five dead or alive, or was that just a
Okay.
regional thing?
Okay.
Right. So we
Okay.
all agree for the most part it was regional.
Hmm.
Um, and then we kind of just Bruce brought up his own narrative, which is that he's tired of the narrative that Outkast is the number one hip hop group of all time, and that it's
Okay.
actually Wu Tang.
And
That's how we got here.
Bruce had Wu over Outkast.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh. Okay. Well, I think we discussed this somewhat when they did the 50 top hip hop
Yeah,
groups,
that's where
right?
it's coming from the
Like not
list.
even a month ago, right, or 2 months
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
Uh. Just for context, like I personally have them like kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, that's one A,
Uh,
one B.
you know what I'm saying? Like I think Outkast is incredible. I mean that's undeniable. I understand what Bruce is saying because Wu's catalog is considered pretty much anything that has Wu Tang on it. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's coming from my diehard Wu fans and just hip
Mm.
hop in general. You know what I'm saying? I will say this to throw Bruce a little bit of bail. Wu Tang, as far as just impacting things, they were the first collective to like put on other people. Like before Rockefeller with like State Property, before Bone Thugs had like Mo Thugs or like No Limit, and Master P was putting on like his cousins and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Wu Tang was like the first to do that. So like the Killer Priests and like the Shaheems and the Killer Armies and all that. These were all like affiliates or like blood members that were related to Wu Tang. So they was the first
Oh,
to do
okay.
that. They was the first
Appreciate it.
to really get into like the merchandising game. As far as with that Wu logo, it's like a universal logo. You know what I'm saying? Also, the deal that they signed originally, was very unique. It's never been done in hip hop before, where they actually got signed as a group, and all 9 members of the group were allowed to sign solo deals with whatever record label that they chose. You know what I'm saying? That was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I still think that hasn't really been copied like that. You know what I mean? When we get into like group work, obviously, I mean, Bruce, it is what it is. Technically, Outkast isn't a group. Let's put that out there. They are a duo by
Wow.
definition. Even though, on these lists and stuff, it gets kind of tricky because they got like Mobb Deep and EPMD and all them. They count as groups, but technically they are a duo. So I wouldn't even, by definition, to me, they're not even a group. You know what I'm
And we
saying?
said that.
Yeah, I literally just tuned in like a couple
Niggas
minutes ago.
blowing my mind, man. I got a
Okay,
headache
so
right now.
but I mean, like I said, as far as catalog, I mean, if we're just going off the collective work, I mean, it ain't even close with Outkast. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I just do want to put out like Wu's influence, and And then I know Boom respects like the solo work and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, only built for Cuban links to kind of put mafioso rap kind of back out there. Shout out G Rap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Nas. You know, Liquid Swords was kind of like up there as far as like writing. That's considered a, you know, hip hop classic as far as, you know, just lyricism and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You know, Iron Man, nothing to talk about.
Purple Tape.
ODB's first album, nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all classic albums, like classic hip hop albums. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all. I think that's just gonna be one of them things, man. Like, people just always gonna debate. Wu-Tang was powerful, man. Like I said, their prime 93 through 98. You know what I'm saying? They was doing a lot. They was doing a lot. You know, then they started having like the internal stuff, you know what I'm saying? RZA, you know, being accused of like, you know, stealing money and brothers arguing, you know what I'm saying? ODB in and out of jail, drug addiction, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? They started having like a lot of group issues, man. So the work wasn't as good or as clean, you know, after that second or third album, you know what I'm saying? And they all started going their separate ways, man. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Go ahead.
So who had more? Because I feel like Brothers is naming all this shit or whatever that we can go back and forth about.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely don't disagree with the majority of what Thanos said. But again,
I just said what he said.
When it's time to look at the measurables,
Mm-hmm.
who has longevity? Outkast or Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang.
I mean, as far as right now,
I'm talking about their run. I'm talking about their run.
Their run.
Wu-Tang.
I mean, as far as it depends on what. This is the thing, Boom. Like,
them niggas is on tour right now.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, because my definition of longevity has changed over the years. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy,
like,
bro.
As far as like being in their quote unquote prime. Hold on. As far as being in their prime and quote unquote like selling like lots of records and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
That, I mean, I guess Outkast, but then
because they're both gonna be. So when I say relevant,
mm-hmm.
because they're both going to stand the test of time. We know every member or just about every member in both groups that we're talking about. So when we look at their prime run, because again, I'm gonna give credit individually. There's a few members of Wu-Tang that are still very much so relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we look at their peak run, industry wise, what'd you say, Thanos? About 93 to 98?
94 to 03. 94 to 03.
So you do that, that's Outkast. 94 to 03. They have longevity over them. When you talk hit records, they have more. They have. It's not even close how many hit records Outkast has in comparison to Wu-Tang. When we talk the discography, brothers told me that Wu-Tang arguably has 2 classic albums. Even if we don't count the Love Below speaker box, Outkast has 4 arguable classic albums. That's not close either. When we talk, that's not, 2 is a gap. When we talk
really close though.
When we talk, it's not close.
It is.
It's double the output. It's literally double. Like, look at the percentage, not the number.
Come on, Bruce.
Percentage.
But again,
like, I really got 2.
Did you say 2 was cap?
But again, this kind of goes back to like me and Body Bags debate last weekend. Like, it's generational, and some of this stuff is really personal preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you start stacking certain things and lining certain things up, it's like, okay, if you say Outkast has more, you know, hit records, all right, cool. But then again, we all know, and everybody on here is a music fan or a hip hop head. Like, you know, not everybody looks at sales like that. Like, that doesn't necessarily equate like what, you know, better or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. You know, when me and Body Bags was debating last weekend, you know, Jackie Chan got movies that made way more money than Bruce's stuff, but again, it was different eras. And like I said, I feel like personally, Bruce has his work was better than a lot of Jackie's stuff, even though Jackie has way more albums. You know what I'm saying? It's a personal preference thing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we had the same discussion like not even a couple months ago. Like I said, I'm not arguing.
But nothing
But
I said. But
I'm
nothing
not.
is personal preference though. Those are
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
No. Listen what I'm saying,
About the
Boom.
Jackie
You
thing,
say
Jackie got more
Outkast has
classics
more
too.
hit records. That doesn't count for everybody, bro. Like sometimes that's not necessarily a thing for everybody in
That should be
equating
something
somebody's
everybody,
greatness.
whether you weigh it,
But it doesn't have to be though.
but it
It doesn't
should
have
though.
to be.
When we're
It
doing an
doesn't
overall,
though. That
when we're
Or
when
they
doing,
I
want.
it,
hold on, when we're
go
doing
ahead.
an overall critique of who is
Mhm.
the greatest,
Mhm.
if you don't want to factor it as highly as something else, that's fine. However,
Mhm.
but not to factor it at all would be
Mhm.
completely negating the conversation entirely. How do you,
Mhm.
when you talk greatest, how do you not bring up, how do you not bring up discography? How do you not bring up hit records? That has to be.
Because sometimes people, bro, me and you both know this, man. Because sometimes hit records don't necessarily mean that it was a good record, just because it was a hit. Like we all know artists, we can all name artists right now that had
Does that
a
apply
hit.
to Outkast?
Hold on, that had a hit record that was all over the place that we didn't necessarily like. We was like, oh man, that's kind of like a sellout move, or that really ain't that hot. I'm getting tired of that record getting played every 5 minutes on the radio station. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't that good.
We're
I
talking
actually like a couple of
Outkast.
these B sides way more than this pop record that's going crazy on the radio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get what
Yeah,
you're
I do. But
saying.
you're
I get what you're saying.
telling me hypotheticals about. We're talking about Outcasts, though.
I know who we're talking about, brother. I hear very well. Like, I get it.
And longevity, I don't think they have longevity over like Wu-Tang. Them niggas is torn with Nas in Madison Square Garden and like Andre 3000 playing a flute in Tokyo
We
and Big Boy grilling lobster tails.
We were
Wu-
talking about the
No, I'm
longevity of
not
their
saying they
run.
can't
that's
do it
see
We were
that's
though.
talking about
but
the longevity
you're
of their
bring
run when it came to
you
putting
keep
out
wanting to
music.
exactly. You
I'm
You're
not
keep
saying
talking.
that
wanting
they
Hold
can't
on,
do
hold on,
it.
you
hold on, hold on, Bruce. Hold on,
Talking
Bruce.
about
Hold on, Bruce.
musically, like
Because
out dropping
number
albums
one, we're
consistently.
looking at. We were talking about the longevity of their run when it came to album releases. That's what we were talking about. So that does count. Both of these groups could do world tours for the rest of their fucking life. Like this year alone, the album that we took out, the Speaker Box, the Love Below album that we took out, is the highest selling hip hop album of all time. Period. There's no debate. So in all of the measurables, they're over Wu-Tang. Now, if we get into personal effects and things like that, like who they are, what it meant to you when you first popped this CD in, a lot of you New York niggas probably
exactly.
lost your virginity to 36 chambers. I don't know what the fuck is going on up there. Like, I can't, that shit don't, you can't quantify personal experience. You can't. I can pull up these motherfucking numbers though.
Honestly, I want us to move on
Oh,
from this, man. 'Cause I got more
Yeah,
narrative.
y'all gonna do this all night. I can see where this is
I
going, man.
got more narrative,
No,
let's
man.
that's
Let's
just
get.
Cal said some real shit.
That's
I
what you
mean,
see,
yeah,
boom.
it
You
wasn't
see,
that's
wrong.
but you know what I just noticed though? Like everything Cal was saying and Boom was saying about like Outcasts from their region, I get it because they're in that region. And like
Mm,
compared to
So
Wu
mm,
we didn't
Tang,
tell you
that's
regional
that for
shit.
me.
We didn't
That's
tell
that
you
shit
region.
for me.
We did not
mm.
tell you regional shit though.
not a
But
single
y'all are in
bar.
that regional, right?
We,
Not a single.
bro, you're not listening. When a nigga tell you that
Are
Outkast
y'all
has
in
the
that region or not?
when a nigga tells you, New Yorker, that Outkast has the highest selling rap album of all time, that's not regional.
Are y'all not in that? Are y'all not in that regional
Yeah.
where Outkast got
It
their
doesn't
like
matter.
where group?
No,
Yes or
no,
no?
no. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this. I'll play along because Bruce, I said I
Man,
was gonna maim you. Because let
Yeah,
no,
yeah, I know. Please, but yeah, like yes or no?
yeah, absolutely.
Y'all
From
are
the
from there.
region is
That's
still in
that
the
to
region.
y'all. That's that to y'all. Y'all
These numbers
punching
aren't
for that.
regional.
What
These
do you
numbers
mean
aren't
that's that?
regional numbers.
What are you talking about?
Outcast, this Atlanta-based group.
We just gave you a
I
fact.
get it. I get it. Wu Tang, this New York-based group. That's that for me. I get it. This is what I'm saying. That's my point.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I
So
can
man, we
see,
see
gonna
where
have
y'all
to
coming from, punching for that.
move on, man. I see where this is going,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna
Bruce,
stay.
Bruce trying
Put
his
that,
hardest, man.
put that in the
Now, out,
OT.
yo, oh my, I'm always
No, no,
trying my
no, man.
hardest.
I'm gonna listen, Bruce.
Bruce
I
got
love Wu Tang, my
killed.
nigga,
Bruce
but
tried to
I'm from the
kill
Midwest.
me.
I'm from the Midwest, and I gotta agree with it.
Yeah, we gonna have to. I'm gonna
It's
just we,
always
we could
Bruce
do this in the
trotted.
OT, man. But Bruce, we fuck
I'm
with
not
you.
doing this shit
Bruce, we fuck
nowhere
with you,
else.
Bruce. We fuck with you, Bruce. Don't
No,
do
I
that.
ain't doing this again.
Don't
No,
do
I'm not
that.
doing it.
Yeah,
No,
man.
Cal, it's love, bro.
I think I'm gonna say one more thing, Gujo. I promise I'll make it brief. I think what it is, like when we consider like Master P, right? When we look at like overall career, we often consider everything else that he did, like all the extra stuff, right? Like who all he put on, how he came up, like his hustle, his grind, right? Working at a West Coast record shop, going back to New Orleans, starting a record label, whoop de whoop, all these other things he did, sports agent, played professional basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like all these things are all considered. 50 Cent putting on G Unit, you know what I'm saying? G Unit kind of doing their solo thing, solo careers, him putting on game, writing a lot of game stuff, you know what I'm saying? Now doing the stuff with like Power and like all the acting and things. Like we consider all of these different things. To me, I think where Bruce might be coming from as far as with the Wu-Tang Collective, because as far as what Cal and Boom are saying, like they're not wrong. Like I'm not disagreeing with what they're saying, right? Like when you put up just numbers and just music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Outkast got that. Wu-Tang has a lot of those extra type of things that you consider, you know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about like with the influence and like with the logo, and then like all the classic solo work, like all that coming under the Wu umbrella, you know what I'm saying?
Combining the kung
And
fu.
when you consider all of those type of things, those extra things, that's what kind of puts them up there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not necessarily with the actual music and the quote unquote longevity or whatever, right?
Just the
The
other
run.
accolades.
There's a lot of other things that I think people consider. Like that's why even on that hip hop list, Wu-Tang was what, number 2?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it was a this big crazy
Gap.
thing to think, you know what I'm saying? Like, like come on, man. Like, but I see where both people come on. But I understand too, like
They
y'all
comfortably
gotta
two. They're
y'all
comfortably number 2.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But
Nah,
yeah,
in no way, shape, or form, though. In no way, shape, or form, they're number
I want to
two.
hear these
But
other
like,
narratives, man. This is fun.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
but like,
yeah.
last
Yes.
thing, bro. Like, if Lucci was to tell me that Cash Money, that's the greatest group, I wouldn't question him. Because I know,
You would though.
nah,
Now
nah,
you're
nah,
lying.
because
Now you're
no,
lying.
bro.
It is. It
If
is.
Lucci was to
No.
It
tell me
is.
Here
that,
It
comes
I'm not gonna
is.
Lucci.
It
question
There it
is.
Lucci, bro.
goes.
It is, man.
I'm
Yeah,
not about
man.
to
It
say,
is,
nah,
man.
Lucci don't know what he
Man,
talking
listen,
about.
man.
I mean, but
Lucci trying.
Cash Money isn't a group though. You mean
Right.
like
Yeah, that's a
No, we the
record label.
greatest record label of all time, man.
That's
Record label
false.
then,
That's also
Yeah,
fake
we
nigga.
the
news.
See,
greatest
hold
record.
on.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's
Can I
also
ask you a
fake.
question? That's weird that you say a group of niggas is not a group.
What do you mean a group in?
Uh,
No, literally,
Okay.
listen, literally, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's the Cash
When you
Money,
say
all the
Cash Money,
men.
who are you including? You talking about?
mm,
Because you said I remember you said earlier, Young Money, Cash Money. That's not. They weren't.
No,
That's
he said no. He said Lucci said cat. Like it's certain people that's not groups. Like you said, that's a record label. But the word group is uh, multiple individuals.
A
no.
we're
That's
talking
why
concept.
about
people
the
get
group that was
confused, and
happening.
then you
The
get
Hot
you see
The
what
Boys.
I'm saying?
group is
The
Hot
Hot
Boys.
Boys were a group.
The
They were
group
only.
is Hot
right,
Boys. The
All right,
record.
right,
Hot Boys
right, right,
then.
right.
Hot Boys then.
Yeah. So Young Money and then YMCMB and No Limit and all that. That
hmm
wasn't. Those. That was a collective.
hmm
That wasn't a
hmm
group. So.
No, what I'm
Got
Um.
it.
saying, y'all listen. What I'm saying, I'm talking about the real meaning of the word group. Like even if it's a record label, that's still a group of people. So I get it though. It's just certain things. It just it will get confusing for certain motherfuckers. And the duo shit shouldn't be ever. It's a group, but it shouldn't be. I don't think that should be considered as a group. But I
Right.
don't make the rules. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Hey man, they lumped them. Hey. That's
Say,
that's
boy,
what.
said it is what
Hey,
it is,
hey,
huh?
boom, boom. I ain't trying to argue with you.
You
I'm
gonna
with you.
take it
I'm with
still?
you.
That's crazy.
If it was about a technicality, then obviously Wu Tang would be the greatest group of all time because they are technically a group. But we know how these lists go, how they've been going the past 20, 25 years. Mob Deep is included.
hmm
Rakim and Eric B is included. All these niggas is included. Guru, Preem, all
Right.
these niggas being included in the group discussions. So
mm
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Um.
brothers go
Even
back
little
to.
brother.
I ain't gonna say it. Go
Cujo,
ahead.
Cujo, please,
Yeah, man.
please.
Man. Y'all niggas, man. When it comes to moving on, man, y'all niggas, man, terrible, man. Uh, another hip hop narrative, man.
Yo, Cujo, man, funny
50
as
Cent won the beef
This
against
nigga,
Rick Ross, man. That was mine. Fuck
What?
it.
Huh?
That
Man,
was mine.
listen, man.
Tired of hearing that, man, from you New
Going there.
Yorkers, man.
We're
East
not
Coast
going there.
niggas,
And you know
man.
what?
That
Just
brother
because you
lost,
said that,
man.
just
Brother
because you
lost his
said that,
career
bro.
and everything, man.
Nah, man. Just because
Yeah,
you said
man.
that, I'm
We
going here
ended that
with it,
brother
man.
career, bro.
Was Lil Wayne ever the best rapper alive, man, or was that just a narrative he gave himself?
Oh,
no,
man.
that
No, we not
that
doing that. We not
that
No,
doing
no,
nigga
no.
that.
We are
Actually,
no.
man.
We
What
that
you
doing it,
nigga
man.
mean, man?
that
Was
nigga
look
was the best rapper alive for
Oh
sure.
my
Yeah, that's the
God.
best. He was one of
Like,
the.
come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hands down,
You
bro.
shouldn't even. You people
That's
gonna hear
what you
this and be
want to
like,
do
"What the
tonight,
fuck you
Cujo?
just say?"
I want to hear, does Cujo have any
Frying chicken,
pushback
bro.
for
Go
that?
ahead.
honestly, considering the work he put out, man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to argue.
Hmm.
Overall though, Wayne is overrated to me. But
Oh, man.
Wow. Okay.
I can't debate. You know what I'm saying? The output he put in from 05 to '08, no denying of that. Not even gonna do that. His quality of work though, in my opinion, considering that people call him the greatest of all time, it doesn't stand the test of time with other rappers who are considered ghosts. But that's just me. Um, that's how I feel about him personally. So,
Now,
that's the conclusion I came to as of late because I
You got to
really
be
had
here
to.
for a while.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say this. Like, let's make it interesting. When we say best,
you got to include everything like
what
impact,
are we saying
influence.
exactly? We talking about the actual raps? Or is we talking about the output? Like,
Yeah,
what does
Wait,
that
everything
best
mean?
of
included.
all time or like best rapper of an era?
No, just best of all time with everything. Not best rapper of all time, but just best
Of
everything.
all time?
Yeah,
I'm gonna let y'all go.
I think when
yeah.
you, I think when you classify somebody as being the best rapper, for a particular time period, I don't think it necessarily, or how I would quantify it is, you don't necessarily have to be the best technical skilled rapper,
Or lyricist, but
but you're gonna be really good at a lot of different things. So
Right.
for me, Wayne, even if you want to argue that he wasn't rapping the best on some technical shit, um, he was rapping very, 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 very well. Uh, he was
crazy
also,
influence too.
yeah, he had the influence. He had the music. Whether you rock with it 15 years later or think that it sounds cringy now, or whatever the case may be. In that moment, at that time,
None of it was written, boom.
he was the hottest. He was the hottest thing smoking. He was hopping on remix after remix after remix after remix after remix, and that may have been the time when people began the whole, okay, well, it's this nigga song now. Like that may have that. I'm not gonna say for sure because I haven't thought about it, but Wayne may be the mark of that era starting where it's like, okay, for this nigga hop on your song and take it over, like this, it's his shit now. Like there was a 3-4 year span where Wayne was doing that, dropping mixtape after mixtape. Um, the output, the work rate that he had, like it was unmatched. Nobody could come close to it. Um, and then the thing is, one thing that I look at is you didn't really have anybody disputing him when he said he was the best rapper alive. So there may have been individuals in the game, of course, who probably felt as if they was the best. But when he was making that claim and making it very known, you didn't really have any detractors trying to tear him down from that throne. So to me, that says a lot uh, about what a rapper's peers in the game think of him in that very moment. Um, I remember J Duck Smoke. This is facts. I remember J Duck Smoke in that era of Wayne obliterating shit and saying he was the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired. And there was a little moment in there where this is around '05, '06, where there was a little, oh shit, is Wayne and Hov finna finna go at it. Some of y'all not old enough for this, but
I remember
nigga,
that.
yeah. So and Wayne was fully with the smoke, and the nigga that niggas called the goat didn't want any smoke. So I think it's kind of hard to argue against Wayne, regardless of however you feel about him years down the line. Because I agree with Cujo. I think a lot of Wayne shit on the go back is ass. Uh, I hear it now and it's like, damn, like this shit is
Not
not
fair.
good. But he also has a lot of see. That's the thing about Wayne. His output was so crazy that he has so much shit that he has enough to get him over to me still as one of the greatest of all time. Um, I think somebody could easily punch for Wayne being the GOAT, like the GOAT. When you take his timeline, his story, how long he's been in the game, the amount of music that he's given, he pretty much checks every single box that you could check. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
boom. Can I ask you a question? Would it be crazy if somebody like I'm saying they in their 30s like me, and they say they got Drake over Wayne overall?
For this
Uh,
era,
I don't think it's crazy because Drake is the artist of the decade. But that's
Mm-hmm.
not
Ten Summers.
that's
Word, man.
not
Actually,
my opinion. That's a fact. He
right.
dubbed the artist of the decade. So it's hard to when you think about the amount of music that Drake has given his output. Uh, there's
You might have
never
more quality.
there's not I
Yeah, he
definitely
has better quality music
think he has
overall
more
than Wayne.
but a
quality.
lot of people are saying like he hasn't put out anything as good as Views since like then. Like a lot of his stuff sound like a lot of scrap tracks he had, and he just put them together.
Yeah,
But even
Wayne and Drake suffer from the same problem as far as their music
even if
technically
that's
peaking at a certain time period. But
the case, even if that's the case,
right,
Hmm.
he's still
Drake
considered the top
making
artist.
so much quality music,
Hmm.
whether features, random singles,
Right.
album cuts. He has so much music to where even if you feel like he hasn't been the same in 4 or 5 years, his impact is just the shit is stupid. Like
Right.
So,
like you can't deny this shit. You know what
do
I'm
I
y'all
saying?
think
think
what it,
that makes a goat though? Like when they can afford to do that? Like
What you
I
mean
could do
afford
this if
to
I
do that?
want to because my catalog is just. You think that could work for them?
Bruce,
Like them just
I'm
having
gonna answer your question. How many niggas do you know that have been hot 10 years straight?
damn 10 years straight. Very few. Very few.
10 years, a full decade.
Very few.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think the average hip hop artist years is like equivalent to like an NBA player, 3 to 5 at best. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
very
hold you.
few.
So
And
for
that
him to
three to
be hot
five,
for 10 years,
and that 3 to 5 is not even you being hot for three to
right?
five.
Yeah, that's what makes
Being
it even more
relevant.
crazy. I think that the thing with me and Wayne is that his quality of work compared to other rappers who are considered the best of all time, he doesn't compare to them. I'm sorry, like it's not, it ain't even close.
Where's the
Um,
separation though for
yeah,
you?
yeah, there is a separation for Wayne. What helps him is his impact and his influence and the output of music that he
He also
dropped.
crosses multiple eras too, being
And
relevant.
yeah, and him being a generational artist across multiple generations. This is what helps. But when we talk about like his quality of music, in terms of him being the best rapper overall, I don't compare his discography to someone like Hove or Wayne or the rest of the niggas who have at least more than 2 to 3 classics at best. They don't stand up with a lot of that shit. And I get the mixtapes. We rate a lot of that highly. I get that, but I'm not the type to where like if you're gonna be considered the greatest of all time, if your mixtape work is better than your album work, I'm not finna put you over someone like a Nas who has arguably a hip hop Bible in his discography, or someone like Hove who has one of the greatest album debuts of all time, or someone like Ice Cube, bro. Ice Cube's solo career, nigga got 3 albums, man, that stand the test of time in terms of everything. Like he ain't fucking with that type of discography. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, with Wayne, he was able to cross 2 generations. His impact and influence is still felt to this day. And the output of music that he's been able to drop, um, he could survive off a lot of his older stuff. So even if you think he
Yeah,
peaked
that's what
as
I
a
was
rapper
saying.
now, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like there's still people who will go back to his old shit and will tell you how great of a rapper he was based on his old shit. And you don't even have to revisit any of his new shit. You don't have to revisit anything after Carter 3 if you don't want to. You could have stopped being a Wayne fan after Carter 3. It wouldn't even matter because he's dropped so much shit
That's what I was
before
saying, bro. Like,
that it doesn't
I
even
gave
matter.
y'all this.
Right. Now you have someone like a Rakim who's considered a GOAT. But let's be honest, bro. By the time 94, 95, 96 came, Rakim already peaked. By the time the 90s came, essentially, he peaked already. You know what I'm saying? Even like someone like a LL. He was the first rapper to call himself the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it got introduced into hip hop anyway. LL was the first rapper to call himself a GOAT. Um, Now he has a classic discography as well. But I ain't gonna lie, in between, it does have a lot of duds. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where people will leave things in question. But for him,
Mm.
his impact and his influence is also undeniable. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the few marketable niggas in hip hop. He opened a door for niggas like Drake to make music that's palatable to women and street niggas. You know what I'm saying? And he was also able to venture out into acting, one of the few to do that, and it be quality. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think some of the, if you thought some of that was cringy, okay, I won't argue, but he was still able to do that shit. So
I was gonna say,
I'm not
man,
mad at someone.
it's interesting that you brought up Rakim, bro. I was just listening to the 18th Letter yesterday
Fire album.
and the Master, both the albums that he came out with in the later '90s, and it was like I was listening to it, bro. It's like, bro, these are some really crispy like primo beats, right? And I was thinking to myself, man, Rakim was so ahead of his time. By that time that he put out the albums, Cujo, there's so many rappers that was catching up to him, or even maybe surpassing him, like lyrically. But it's like, bro, like the flow was just like undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Like the cadence and all that, just undeniable. And I was thinking to myself yesterday, bro, like a mid Rakim is better than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking this is maybe the same thing with Wayne, bro. Like to Boom's point, like a mid, a mid Wayne is better than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree. Wayne got so comfortable, he just started like just rhyming whatever with whatever and just putting
Yeah,
it out. You
because
know what I'm
like,
saying? And it was selling. It was doing numbers, and he was doing 1,000 cameos a year and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't like I said, I never really questioned Wayne. Again, echoing Boom's point, like he's got so much fire, verses and material out there that you couldn't really argue if somebody had Wayne over somebody like a like the regulars, the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, the Pacs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. I
he's
just,
got enough out there.
I still think, in my opinion, he's still slightly overrated, but
Okay.
that's just me.
Okay.
Um, I think I got like one more, and then we could close it out. Um, how many rappers realistically are a part of the one plus classic album club? Realistically,
What do you mean?
having more than one classic. I would say no. You know what? More than 3.
wow.
Mm.
More than 3,
Yeah,
or 3 or more.
Individual rappers?
yeah. Individual rappers, 3 or more. I would say.
Mm.
Yeah,
More than
if we're
3
being
classics?
realistic, because it's not a
Mm.
lot. So we gotta think about the ones who stand out, who are the obvious ones.
Any era, right?
Yeah, any era.
Nas, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Outkast.
I put Kendrick in there.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
I think there's a lot more names to put in before, but
I would pick Ghostface Killer now.
I was just about to say Ghost, man. I was just literally
Kanye.
about to say Ghostface.
Red Man.
More than 3?
Oh, okay. You know what?
More,
Are these definites or like arguable classics?
Because you got What
Definitives.
the Album, There's a Dark Side, and then you got Muddy Waters. That's
Mine would be
3.
Kendrick for sure.
that
That's
dark side shit. Let's be real. When niggas talk Redman, they talk 2 albums. When they mention his classics, that album hardly ever gets mentioned.
I don't know about that, boom. I don't know. I
show,
mean,
show me a list. Show me a list out there that has that album on it.
okay, when we go to debrief, man, I'm gonna do it because I mainly use my phone when we do the recording, so I don't got another device just to do research and whatnot. But if you're a Redman core fan, I do hear them mention all 3 albums as classics. But Muddy Waters is the one that stands out the most in terms of all of it. And he has a slew of other good albums outside of that.
Damn,
So,
classic album.
so
That's a tough word, man.
if it's about core fans, there might be 100 niggas on the list. Or are we talking about what the people say?
Okay, you know what? Definitively, if we had to go
Definitive,
definitively,
bro.
I'm gonna go with Kanye. I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Nas, Hove. No.
Y'all still say Ghost?
Are we going 3 or 3 plus?
Let's just do 3 to make it like.
I was gonna say, I think Eminem. If we're just doing 3, at
I was
least
about
3.
to say
I'll say
M2.
Eminem. Yeah,
I was about to say
M.
M's
M2.
got 3. Yeah.
But then I was saying it's like that's a core fan base kind of thing because most people would say his last best album was Curtain one. I forgot the name of it.
I'd
Talking
say
about Eminem show.
if we're talking
Yeah,
if we're
Eminem
talking
show.
class,
That's
if we're talking.
Yeah.
We're talking classic work. If we're talking, because he did say
has
classic,
3.
right? He has 3.
Yeah.
Them first 3 is
Definitive.
classics. Yeah. Marshall Mathers, Slim
Yeah,
Shady,
so
LP, and the
Those are
Eminem
all
show.
definitive.
Yeah. He
Does
got 3.
Ludacris get mentioned in there? Ludacris gets
Definitive
overlooked a
too,
lot,
He does.
Definitive.
as if that nigga
Do
was.
you pick
I'm not
Cameron
gonna
in here?
lie.
Like
I got
universal decision.
Ludacris is one of them guys. I kind of noticed that he's one of the few rappers in that era where people don't necessarily go back to a lot of his music. Maybe because of the production or the sound. I don't know. Maybe some people don't feel like it ages well. I'm not
Y'all
sure
say
what it
Jay?
is. Hove
Yeah.
to me definitively has 3, but people try to give him like 6 or 7. I'm not in that club.
Yeah.
I don't do shit like that.
I say, let me plead my case for Ludacris real quick. I got Word of Mouth, Chicken and Beer. Incognito is more so like cult shit. Back for the first time is cult shit. Release Therapy is cult shit. I would debate, for the sake of the overall success of the album, due to the success of the singles, that the Red Light District is the final one.
Red Light District is not a classic.
It's not a classic, even though
I never even seen it be considered one, but it is a good album.
yeah, and the singles were. I remember the singles being every fucking where. Like that's the album to get back on it. Like
so you would say Word of Mouth, Chicken and Beer.
Oh, good one.
Cujo, you said
Kanye
too.
That's a good one, Body Bags.
Common has 3.
Common is, I think he's a part of the 3 club. I think he got B.
Yeah, I
like Water for
B
Chocolate.
B in Water for Chocolate and then Resurrection.
Okay.
Resurrection, yeah.
Yeah. So he had like another one.
I think niggas like Kanye and Kendrick, they're anomaly. Like them niggas they're one of the few rappers to have 4 or more, which is very, very rare in hip
Yeah.
hop. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Outkast, Kanye, Kendrick, and I would say Nas.
Does Ti got 3?
I was thinking of him too.
Yes.
Ti, yeah, Ti
Yeah.
Trap
definitely.
music,
Yeah,
urban
Urban
legend,
Legend,
King.
King.
and
Yeah.
King.
but what? Ooh.
So Ti's
Okay.
3 classics. Ti's 3 classics. I'm gonna be real. I think Ti has 2 classics for sure.
Yeah, I think people try to argue
Um,
King. I don't know about
now
King.
a lot of
I
people.
don't, I
Now
don't like
I'm
King.
actually in the minority, but a lot of people would say King is a classic.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm one of
and
them.
when you look,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at the track list, and then you combine that with the rollout of that album,
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand. On a personal aspect, it's not my favorite.
Trap music.
Uh, no, King.
Oh,
But for me, his definitive classics are trap music and urban legend. But most people would also have King as a classic album. So whatever y'all want to do with
Yeah,
that.
I think
oh,
for
what
that
about
one,
Paper
Ti
Trail?
core fans argue that more than I think hip hop overall.
Yeah.
What about Paper
So
Trail?
yeah,
No,
No.
Paper Trail was a good album.
that,
I have Ti versus Tip as a personal classic,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
not
some
yeah.
a.
personal. That's one of my favorite albums from him too.
Yeah,
I just
it's
remember
I
Paper
love
Trail.
that shit. Like
Paper Trail is his best selling album.
Oh, okay.
It's his most successful album.
because that was right after he got out of jail. I remember the song.
Yep.
I had
Oh
straps to my
yeah.
ride.
That was
I go to prison. We're waiting on me. We waiting for a minute, and I'm ready for whatever.
Yeah,
That
that was
shit.
That's the
what I would
that's the
call
Swagger Like Us album.
That was
yeah,
right
that was what I
before
would
he
call
was.
Scholastic Ti. That's when he had Swagger Like Us and Live Your Life, my
Yeah,
nigga.
You're right, Boom. My bad. My
You
bad.
know.
with
The
Rihanna.
timeline. You're right, Boom.
Yeah, people think that song aged badly. I mean,
That
I get
shit.
it.
I hate niggas.
Would y'all consider Gucci Mane's album 2016 when he came out, the one that did all the numbers, a
Hell no.
classic?
Everybody watching.
Yeah,
Everybody
Gucci Man don't
watched
got
it.
no classic albums in any capacity.
I don't know. That album was really fire. I feel like it's a
Yes,
cult classic.
it's
Gucci
never
doesn't
been
have the
considered a
best
classic.
studio
What
classic.
about what about my guy, man? I don't know Tiana.
That's
DMX, man.
Oh
DMX
man.
No,
got
it's
two.
not debatable.
DMX
DMX
No,
is
has 3
grandfather.
for
he
sure.
has 3.
He has
Three?
He
two
got
in
3.
1 year. He had
This
2 in
Dark
1
in
year.
Hell is hot.
We're not doing this.
Yeah.
Flesh My
Hold on,
Flesh.
hold on.
Flesh My
Flesh of my
Flesh.
Yeah,
okay.
Flesh
Flesh
My
of my
Flesh.
flesh, dark is. And what's the
You
third one?
you could
There
you
was
could
X.
argue in there was X or the Great Depression. Either or.
I don't think you can. I
Yeah.
don't
I'm about
know
to say
about that.
Grand Champ, not Grand Champ.
Grand Champ
But
Fire
I
too.
no.
like I like Great Depression, but it's like,
Can
and
I
then it
ask?
was X.
And then there was X. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then it was X was his third
So
classic.
it's what
I
about
don't
my
think
nigga?
then there was X is a classic, but
He said I don't
My
know
nigga.
Tiana.
Hey, Bruce, this is a side
it
note.
was Latif.
I just watched Belly the other night, bro.
Yeah,
I've
that's
always
what he
liked that
said.
movie. That movie is a lot better when I watch it with adult eyes. Like I always liked it. I never trashed it ever. You know what I'm saying? I always thought it was dope. But I literally just watched it a few nights ago, bro. That movie is ahead of its time, Boom. And a lot of we can talk
My
about
shit.
that in another discussion, bro. That movie's ahead of its time, man.
I
I
never
got a,
knew
I
how
got a
he
Yeah, I think.
adapted it
I got
though.
a nigga I could punch a case for. I'm dealing with my Southern brothers, as y'all have seen, because when I was
I
running
feel like I
around.
know who you gonna say.
Go ahead,
Go
Cal.
ahead. Who am I gonna say?
Go ahead,
Ross?
Cal.
No.
Oh,
Ross
okay.
I
has
was gonna say
Ross
Ross
has
earlier.
well, debatably 2, but definitely 1. I got I think Jeezy has a case with TM 101,
Mm.
the recession, and yeah, this one, the inspiration. So 05, 06, and
Yeah. I think
I ain't gonna lie,
my nigga Cam.
I do see people try to argue recession. I do see people try to argue that.
that was
Recession is a classic.
yeah, like that
Yeah.
and when it was like that. There's a whole fucking the whole my president is black, my Lambo too. All of that is in that era. That's Obama era, literally background music. So that's what I think he has 3 in my.
My nigga Cameron has 2 definitive classics. I'm a punch for 3.
And
We
we
already
just
know
spoke
Purple
about
Haze, and we
Mm.
know what's the other one? Come Home With Me. Now it's sports. It's SDE, Sports Drug Entertainment. I really like that. Is that a classic or is that like
See,
maybe a
that's a
personal?
To diehard New York
that's a
fans, man.
Cameron fan.
Yeah,
That's not a definitive.
right.
Yeah,
He
We just
same
been
definitely
as
has
It's a
a
talking about
Professional
personal
him.
Fire.
So you got
What
two.
about Drake?
yeah,
We was just
you
talking
got
about him.
two. Hell no, Drake
Uh,
doesn't have.
Hold
Drake.
Hey,
Drake
on.
get out of
definitely
the
doesn't
trash,
have
man.
nowhere near 3. I
Oh,
think
he has 3. Oh.
Yeah, that's a cult. Yeah, Drake.
I think he has. I think he has 1 for sure.
yeah, well Drake is weird, man. It's like I don't know. 1 minute some of his albums are considered classics, another minute people are considering cult, like
And he
fan
does,
base
and
classics.
he don't be rapping on all the songs either.
Yeah,
See, don't say that. You can't say that around no girls. 'Cause
I mean, we
Well, I
talking
mean,
rap.
women make. Never mind.
I mean,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
say
Drake
women
always
though,
said he
because
never
like
make a full rap album, but
women get you sales.
They do get you sales, but they don't determine classics, though.
They
Like
don't. They don't.
Yeah, the Ty,
That's a
don't
bar.
make me get
No,
hot.
that's a bar.
I know
No,
you
that's a
felt that
bar.
against
Yeah, that's a bar.
oh, okay. Since we here,
That's fire. Hey, what about my man Jim Jones?
No, absolutely no.
He don't got 3?
Diary of the Summer.
Diary of the Summer.
is that a
Hustler's
classic,
Poem.
really?
On my way to church. Help me out, boom.
Wait, Cujo, who's on the list now?
What you mean?
We got Kanye,
like who?
Kendrick.
Kanye, Kendrick.
I have a case for Jeezy. M is on there. I was trying to make a case for T.I. and fucking
If we talking about 3, it's definitely more than niggas who got 4 or 5.
Girls don't make classics. No, that's no,
Ty, that's why I said
we gotta do
yeah,
something
I know
with that.
you heard.
Yeah, we gotta do something with that. Yeah, that's fire.
They do make the sales. They don't determine the classics.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
And the more you think about it, Ty, it's gonna get crazy.
That's fine. Yeah, I like that.
I was gonna
That's
bring
fire.
up Mob Deep. Like, do they have a definitive 3?
I don't think so. I love my beats.
Yeah, they do. They got Infamous. They got Infamous. What's the one?
Hell on Earth.
That third one.
Hell on Earth.
The one with Quiet's going on with Quiet's
Murder music. Yeah.
And then you could. I think they might have 2. Yeah, because they got that Quiet. Because Hell on Earth was some New York shit. You had to really be a fan. That was some grimy shit. Hell on Earth was some grimy shit.
Classic though. If it's
No. I think they only got 2.
Now, Hell on Earth, man, that's the one that's got what? Doesn't that got Godfather Part 3 on it?
Yeah, they got the 2 podcasts on it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't know, body bags. I don't know, bro.
I believe they have 3. I'm not gonna. I believe they have 3.
3 widely accepted classics.
Yes.
I highly doubt that.
Hey, Cal, New York is a big state, man. Like, calm down.
It's a small state back on top of it.
I think people try to argue murder music, but the first 2, there's no argument at all.
I mean,
But I said 3.
No, but murder music had that Quiet Storm song. You had a lot of shit circling around there.
murder music. So if we talking hip hop and what's regarded as a classic, Mobb Deep has 3 classic albums.
Okay.
The Infamous, Hell on Earth, and Murder Music are their 3 classic albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they have a slew of other good albums aside from that. Like, I fuck with Infamy. I fuck with America's Nightmare.
I fuck with America's Nightmare for sure.
Yeah, I know people try to clown them when they were signed to G Unit and everything.
So I got a
actually like
question.
that album.
Next. What about Ja Rule? Besides Vita Vinci, what y'all think? What do y'all think about
Pain is Love?
Pain is Love? What about 3-6? The 336.
Might can punch for Ja, man.
Okay, if he can punch for a job, never mind. I can't punch for this man.
Since we talking about 3-6, we might bring up Project Pat.
Yeah, stop it.
Project Pat is a hip hop icon. I'm never gonna speak ill of Project Pat whatsoever.
All right, I'm just saying.
My boy Pat got one.
He got is it Getty Green?
Uh,
Or what's the other one? Mr. Don't Play, I think.
to me, it's a to me, he has one for sure and two possibly, because I don't think that you ever really hear like a unanimous
You gotta take
for both.
the bad.
Right.
Like you're either on one side, you're either Mr. Don't Play nigga or you a Getty Green nigga.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying like he does have one, but I would say he arguably has two.
See the problem with the reason why I brought him up is because when them albums initially dropped, this was around the time Benzino was I think the president of what was it, man? The Source. No. Actually, no. It was before that because Getty Green dropped in '99, I believe. That album was ahead of his time considering the sound. But anyway, them albums got like that first album got like a 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's literally because let's be honest, the Source was biased. And they didn't necessarily understand the sound at the time that Memphis was on. So it's always been considered more of a cult classic than a definitive classic. So that's why I brought him up. I'm not gonna argue Getty Green in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, hip hop publications they bash that album badly, like for whatever reason.
I don't.
Hey, Lucci, how many classes Master P got?
Lucci hasn't been here in a little bit. That brother over there.
Most people gonna bring Ice Cream Man. That's they're gonna bring Ice Cream.
You forgot the dude you mentioned in the discussion before, Cube. He's got 3.
Oh, okay, yes. Now for him, right? Do y'all consider Lethal Injection a classic?
Name the track list real quick.
You're gonna have to look that one up.
Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, Lethal Injection, by the way, came out in '93. That was the album.
Cujo, I got you.
Yeah.
We got Bop Gun, Lil Ash G, Down.
Bop Gun was a single.
Okay.
Make It Rough. You know how we do. When I Go to Heaven, Ghetto Bird, Really Though, Enemy, What Can I Do, Cave Bitch, and The Shot.
that last track was wild.
I'm gonna just explain the rollout for this album.
Okay.
Because this was '93. This was like the height of gangster rap. This is the album that was also heavily critiqued by hip hop publications. Because they felt like this is when Q started straying away from social commentary and black consciousness and more into gangster rap and more, misogynistic kind of sound, essentially.
What was his other early ones? You had America's
Yeah, Death Certificate,
right?
America's Nightmare,
Predator. Those are classics.
Yeah,
those are classics. Those are the 3 right there. Yeah.
I got Tribe.
Okay.
I got Tribe. I got Beats, Rhymes, and Life. Midnight Theory. Like
Fire.
Again, like, and I did it in the wrong order. The order is Low End, Marauders, and Beats, Rhymes, and Life. But like, as a kid, I saw that picture before I knew what that album was.
Me too, bro.
I saw that cover art in aunts, uncles, cousins, like certain more exhibitionist niggas had tattoos of that album cover of the Low End Theory. Like I remember that, and I was like, "What is that?" And when I finally heard the album as a kid, I was like, "Jesus, what is this?" Yeah. Midnight Marauders doesn't need to be talked about. They just celebrated the anniversary, like the what was it, the 30-year anniversary the other day.
That's far.
And Beats, Rhymes, and Life just always, like, again, that shit as a kid watching like the old OG X-Men, that the album cover put me in that mind state where it's like, oh, these niggas is. I got Tribe.
So Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
Yeah, all 3 of those albums are definitive classics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, unless you're not a core Tribe fan, then yeah, you won't necessarily know that. But yeah, all 3 of them albums are definitely definitive.
Okay, what are you? How y'all feel about Roots?
Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
If you're not a core Tribe fan, You may
Well,
not.
I wouldn't even say that. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. I had to correct myself because
Dave, that's
um
Ty. That's Ty. Get that.
yeah,
Don't
all three of them albums are on all time hip hop publication lists, like at all three. So it's beyond their core fan base. So that's not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Rooster I might have three
And boom, you know me
or
damn.
two.
Boom, you know me fucking well enough to know that I'm not just giving New York niggas credit for shit. I'm not putting classic on New York niggas. Boom,
Nah,
stop.
I think you are, but okay.
How,
Man,
Got 3.
if y'all know how Boone feel about Tribe, bro, nobody take offense to this man. So it don't. It
I mean,
don't he
you got
feels some way
Illadelph
about
Life.
De La Soul, so
Ayla Duff,
it don't
Half
matter to
Life,
me.
Things Fall Apart.
Yup, and then what's that
Uh,
first one? This is a blue cover.
that's the Do You Want More? That's 3. But
Yeah.
look, you could punch for the tipping point.
Yeah,
Or
I was
for even phrenology.
That's true.
I'm
They
gonna
definitely
argue
got
for
3.
niggas got one and maybe a possible, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Um,
One
50,
classic.
yeah, yeah, 50 has one. Some people try to argue the massacre.
Nah.
Yeah, I see some people try to argue. To me, in my opinion, the game has won. Some people try to argue Jesus Piece, or the
not
documentary
the.
too.
Yeah, thank you. Not that. Okay.
nah, Doctor's Advocate.
Oh, yeah, Doctors. My bad. That's a documentary too. Doctor's Advocate or Jesus Piece.
Thank you,
Um,
MBG Gaming. Appreciate you pulling up.
what else got one in a possible?
Drake, MBG Gaming said it. Drake
Oh,
has
Drake.
Take Care, and then you argue the rest of those. Nothing was the same. You argue those. I heard niggas trying to argue for Scorpion. That shit didn't fucking last. Let me go back to this Canadian niggas discography. Give
Bro,
me a
I
second.
got a question about Drake and why do niggas not consider his debut a classic?
What? Thank me later.
Yes.
Nothing the
Because
same was a classic.
again, because what
Yeah,
I said
nothing was the
earlier,
same is a
you would
definitive.
call it the thank me later. Like women move towards that, but women get you sales.
Look at the track list of Thank Me Later.
I know. I
That's my
fuck with
personal
Thank Me
favorite
Later.
Drake album.
I fuck with Thank Me Later. I just think Take Care is more of a like that broke like the
Basically, people think
public
Take Care is a
zeitgeist.
more mature version of Thank Me Later. All right, so that's really what it is. Um, if you ask most people, they're gonna put Take Care over Thank Me Later,
Yeah.
just because of the sound, the production, the rapping, all of that. Now I got Thank Me Later over that personally, but I don't think most Drake fans would agree.
We forgot LL on that last list.
Oh yeah, damn, yeah.
LL got 3.
That was-
Um.
Does Future have one?
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. DS
He
DS2.
doesn't have 3. So I'm asking if he has one.
Oh, I mean, as
He definitely
far as
has one.
okay, as far as albums, yeah. If you're talking about albums,
Mhm.
DS2 isn't that a mixtape?
That's an album.
Oh, it's an album. Okay. That's definitely the one that people talk
I
about
ain't
the
gonna lie,
most.
that Future Hendrix 2017 classic to me. And that one I had Mask Off.
Yeah, but the people only definitively call DS2 his classic album.
And then people throw 56 Nights in there, but that's a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I would say he has one in the possible. I ain't mad at that.
Okay.
Ja Rule is kind of. I'll throw Ja Rule in there too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Does Travis Scott have one?
That's a good question, man. Astro World.
I know Astro World is. I fuck with Astro World. That is a lot of. At
Some
the front
people
of a
try
lot
to
of
put
people's minds.
Birds in the Trap.
That's where I was going.
Sing Brian.
Yeah, Birds in the Trap. No, yeah, that one was fire. That's one I put me on to him. And some people like Rodeo too. So it's like it's very difficult.
I thought Birds in the Trap was like
That was crazy.
Compared to Rodeo, compared to Days
Sway
Before
Lee and them, they got that's all the time that Sway Lee and them came out.
And that's one of those. This is one of those. This goes into a topic that I would want to talk about in like a debrief or something. Like something that just got you at the right time. Like an album that like this may not be nigga shit, but what I was going through when I heard this shit,
shit, for me, man, when I first heard Leverage Raise 2 by Uzi, man, that came out like 6 years ago. I mean, goddamn.
That's why I said Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight is right there for me. 808s and Heartbreak, I had people dying around me at that time. So that shit is very fucking different.
You know what's crazy? I can't. Oh, damn. I just realized. Okay. 808s Heartbreak is not a hip hop album. That is an experimental R&B album. So technically, Kanye has 4 classics. If we just talking about hip hop strictly, because I just realized that it's not a hip hop album.
But they categorized it as such, though.
No, they didn't. They didn't categorize it as hip hop. When you look at the genre, they consider it hyper pop, experimental R&B, and another category, but they don't put it under hip hop.
Hold on, let me double check. My bad, because I thought that was one of the gripes at the time.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a gripe because he was using auto-tune.
Yeah,
but he wasn't rapping.
He wanted to be
the songs.
Yeah, the genre on Google, because he was arguing that it shouldn't be in the hip hop category, but it is categorized in the hip hop category, literally.
Do y'all think Migos only got one? That first Culture?
That's a good question.
Because Culture 3 was fire. Culture 2, niggas.
I'm glad you brought up Migos because Dipset got one and only one. I'm not even gonna argue Diplomatic Immunity too.
Yeah, Diplomatic Immunity is the only one. It's the only one.
One and one and on.
Migos has.
What you said, Boom?
Migos has definitive classic, the first Culture.
Some people try to argue 3, but
3 is fire.
It's fire.
3 is definitely.
Does Fat Joe have a classic?
Fat Joe.
I feel like 3 will. I feel like 3 will be a definitive classic in a couple of years, though, because of the takeoff.
With Fat Joe, he has more cult classics than actual.
I was gonna say that debut, but I would definitely punch for that Don Cartagena album.
Oh, by the way, let me say this because this is my annual. I have an annual quota. Fuck you niggas. Big L has a classic.
He doesn't. I'm sorry to say.
Broken Day, yes. Big L has a fucking classic. Nigga snuck into heaven to smoke Angel. We're not.
Sorry, brother. Lifestyles of Poor and Dangerous is a dope album. It's not a classic, man.
It's a personal. Shout out to RDC. It's a personal album, Cujo.
I think
I got the big picture over that.
Big picture is better than that.
Yeah, I got the big picture over that. But Big L, first album, definitely it's an underground, cult-like classic for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I could go into the niggas with no classic and disparage them niggas, but we be here all night, man. Shout out Fab and Busta and Jada Kiss. But
I hate that about Busta.
Even with Busta though, people try to argue, the becoming and extinction level.
Yeah.
So I can't even low key. I don't think I could disrespect Busta like that. Because compared to Fab and Jada, he got more of a case than those two.
Yeah, he has a closer.
So, yeah.
Shout out to RIP to the man himself. He got taken from us. Again, this is another one of my joints. Victory Lap is a classic in my opinion. That's for me.
Stop.
That's for me.
Stop.
At that point, it was like a holy shit, he's out of here. That was one of those moments for me from there.
I ain't gonna lie, since we here, I think Pac only has 2 classics.
You're bugging.
I don't think
Me Against the World.
Me Against the World and
All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me. I don't think.
What about
personal?
What about that? No, that was his group.
Nah, Machiavelli definitely a classic, man. We're not doing that.
Thug Life.
Dunk Illuminati is a classic, personally. I don't know why. I don't know.
When I read off this track list,
He definitely
Bomb first, Hail Mary against all odds. Toss it up. Life of an outlaw. Me and my girlfriend. White man's world. Blasphemy. Come on, man.
I agree with
I'm-
Cujo. He only has two.
To live and die in L.A. Like, come on.
I
But
love
Pac,
them songs. I love
It's a
man.
classic album, bro.
My favorite
definitely
song in that album.
definitely has 3 classic albums. I don't agree, but he does.
Yeah,
What's the
see?
third, Bone?
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli. But
And
Biggie only got 2.
y'all could have had a better case if a nigga like Ja Rule didn't pop up.
What? What-
Yeah.
what-
Dead ass serious.
We're starting the pot last minute. Is this what
Yeah,
we're doing?
man. So we gonna wrap it up,
In
man.
your face, y'all let this bandana wearing blood.
We gonna wrap it up,
Steal his
man.
whole fucking archetype. Shout out to fucking Pac, nigga, wherever you are in the world, nigga.
Hey,
Respect that.
man. Listen, man. We're not gonna disrespect
We're
We're not
Ja Rule
doing
like
that. Yeah, we're not doing
We're
that.
not
Like
gonna
New
do
York
that,
niggas
man.
do whatever, man. I fucking hate
Come on, man. Shout out Thug Loving, man. Come on,
Everybody
man.
is trying to be like
Bobby Brown, man.
that
Thug
ball.
Loving, Thug Loving. Come on, man. Classic. Brother was in the Falcons jersey, man. Out the helicopter, off coat.
Wait, did you say beans? Did
No, I
you
say
bring
beans.
beans up?
I mean,
Because no, Cujo. The reason I'm bringing it up,
I think he's a part of the one in the
let me show you how.
game.
Let me show you how sharp my fucking memory is. Let me show you how sharp my fucking memory is. We argued about Beans versus J. Cole when it came to like cultural impact and classic albums, probably
What?
a year and a half ago.
We did?
Yes, we did. I was playing Red Dead Redemption. I swear before God, right hand.
And J. Cole.
Yes,
Oh man, that's a
because
nasty ass argument.
exactly. But you was willing to argue it and saying that he had bigger impact than J. Cole. And I was like, sir, I don't know where you're coming from with that. Respect.
Wait, what?
I swear to God, Cujo. And I know for a fact that it was you because you got mad and was like that old soft, like you called him soft. You called Cole
Man,
soft.
Cole is ass overall, but I don't know about if I ever made that argument. But yeah, Cole is one of them niggas. He got one of the most mid discographies to be of all the big 3 niggas of the, the last generation 2010s. The nigga got the most mid discography of all them niggas. And it's not even up for debate.
It was Kendrick, Wale, and him. Or,
No.
My bad, Kendrick, Drake, and him. My bad.
Yeah. Wale is like, he was supposed to be included.
Yeah, and Big Sean too. Big Sean was supposed to be.
Yeah, Big Sean basically replaced that nigga. But
Let me ask y'all a question. How many classics? How many classics do y'all think that girl Rhapsody got?
Y'all
You know that a lot
y'all
of people don't.
about this in the VC.
Yeah, we gonna have to definitely.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring that. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that to the VC. I'm gonna bring that to the VC.
To be fair to your question, body bags, like what I said earlier with the sales versus the classics, I personally feel like Rhapsody has one cult classic album. But again,
No, I'm just saying to y'all. I'm not talking
I don't
about her.
listen to her, so I can't really
I'm
say.
talking about her.
To be honest. Yeah, I think some people
she
consider
has no widespread classic albums. None.
No, yeah, she don't have no widespread.
Widespread.
But if you look like it,
classic.
yeah. But I will say my favorite 2 are Layla's Wisdom and Eve.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at that. I don't listen to her enough to really make a determination for that. But
I just want my rapping bag.
we gonna head over to VC so I get this Lauryn Hill slander out the way.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, Lauryn Hill. I heard about your concert.
Body bags. Wait.
Yeah. We gonna have to.
Giving out free
We
shit,
not.
body bags. We don't give out free shit over here.
We gonna head over to the VC with it, man.
No, what I'm saying is that's all I'm gonna say. I heard about it. She got a fire.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Robbie, man, you know what I'm saying? I know you left to go smoke your broccoli and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Left brothers hanging, but it's all good, brother. It's all good, man. Lucci, man, we wrapping up the show, bro. So you can sign brothers out. You know what I'm saying? This was a dope episode. Everybody contributed. You know what I'm saying? We back, you know what I'm saying? We back, man. Brothers don't got the we not from Cell Block D no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is free men. So yeah, man, tune in next Friday, man. We got more topics, you know what I'm saying? More exclusives, more content coming on the way. But as for now, man, we out, brothers. Headed over to the VC, man. Is we pod, man. Let's go ahead, sign brothers out, Lucci or Cal.